Folks, we're gaming.
We are ranking
We are ranking
all of
with
the Pokemon in GSC Doubles.
Silly Worm, the GSC Doubles Council member, tier leader, actually.
Technically, yeah. I I can't even remember when that decision was made.
Like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
All right, are we starting?
So
Are we
get us
starting
out.
with Lax?
Yeah, we gotta.
We gotta start with
It's top.
Lax.
It's top one. It's top one,
Are
obviously.
you sure it's not like
You
down
know.
here at all?
No, it's top one. It's absolutely the best thing.
Snorlax.
Basically, I can't even think of like a good team that doesn't have it Wax on it,
I don't
honestly.
think there's a single reason not to ever use Lax. Like,
Because yeah, it makes switching into like special attackers just so much easier, just the defensive profile alone, but as well as the uniquely powerful like offensive profile. Like you can just throw out double edges and you'll be good in most things. Pairs really well with Leer Screech users. Um, and double edge Earthquake that's good alone, but then um, besides protect, of course, which you run on everything, you can either slot curse or self destruct most of the time. Usually self destruct is preferable, just as a way to like trade laxes or get a good 2 for 1.
I don't
That
know.
puts
I've been
you
building all that curse.
but
Like, Charm, Growl, Reflect, Safeguard, Support with Curse.
yeah, curse is equally good, with the right support. I think self destruct is more like generally good on most teams,
I
but I
think,
but
yeah.
curse has really high potential. Even just, I know you use a lot of you've been testing out a lot of teams that are just like lead curse lax, and it's just like you start setting up and like they just can't do anything.
And then I get crit every single game. But they really can't do anything. It's so hard to break this mod.
Yeah, you like have to use sleep essentially is like your best thing to use
That's why I've
against
been running
curse lax.
Safeguard.
Yeah, and safeguard like shuts that down. And even if you get the sleep off, you have to first of all you have to hit the move, which if you're me, you never accomplish that. You have to not get a 1 turn sleep. You have to actually, chip it down successfully.
I
But there is counterplay
Yeah, I agree.
to
Like
curse lax.
Boom is much better on teams not specifically built to support Curse Lax.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna throw out a Love Leak mention just because it's awful.
Oh yes. Yes.
Yeah, don't use that.
It's well because lax is like if you can use it to like shut. I guess if you're like
You can use it to shut down nothing because you're slower than every single other bot.
yeah. Nah, you gotta. But I don't know.
Do you want to throw in a sleep
No,
talk
yeah.
mention, or
Oh, sleep talk. I've tried sleep talk
that
lax,
does not look good?
but I just no, it doesn't work. First of all, you have to either not run protect or not only have double edge for coverage,
And then you just
which
roll useless
sucks.
moves all the time.
Oh, but you know what is an actually good niche option on Snorlax is counter. I've
Counter.
run into counter. I haven't used it myself,
I
but
actually
the
don't think
idea
I've
is like
ever seen or used
Marowak.
counter or even thought about
The idea
counter.
is like either their Snorlax or their Marowak, they'll hit you with like a strong physical move. Because Marowak EQ does like 50% to you
And then
on
you just
average,
kill it.
and then you just kill it. Exactly.
Or it hits the
Normally,
other mon.
yeah, because it's bugged, but it's killing whatever it hits.
That's true.
And like usually, you know, with the exception of Curse they're usually going to be trying to hit you with physical moves because you're slightly less physically bulky. I mean, Snorlax is still a tank no matter what you're trying to hit it with.
It's not super
But
tanky.
yeah, it's not super physically tanky, but like
Physically
when it comes to
tanky.
yeah, physically. Yeah, good physical moves usually do like 30 to 40%, with the exception of like Marowak. And good special attackers usually do like 20 to 25%
Yeah.
per hit.
Anyway, Lex number one. This shocks absolutely no one. You wanna
Yeah.
like go the next
We can just
Zapdos or
we can
just like
just we
go
can
down the
just we can
line?
just go in order
All
because
right.
you know
Where's
we're
Jinx?
we're pretty Jinx. For me, I can't put it higher than B plus. I feel like B plus is a good place for it.
I feel like it's I don't know, probably B.
I mean, I really like it because you know it's on the team that I just wreck people with on ladder, and then like Stealth Croc makes like a Aerobat counter lead that just completely wrecks me.
Like
But
it's kind of hard to justify using it. Like defensively, nothing there.
yeah, you
Besides
know,
maybe like checking some
but
Zans.
it's very good on if your lead is Aerobat. I really like Jinx because like you bait it only resists ice and psychic, but like Aerobat can actually kind of like bait those move types somewhat consistently. And it's the same with like Nidoking sometimes as well.
Hmm. Like in the back on Aerobot?
Yeah, in the back, in the back.
Yeah, but then you're not using like a physical attacker.
Well, you can't have all physical tigers, of course.
I mean, you can.
I mean,
Is
you
there a reason not to?
can, but
Like,
like
tell me a reason not to.
the reason not to is that like reflect exists.
I mean, light screen exists.
Light screen also exists, but you know you want to have both, you know, attacking sides on your team.
I don't know. I built a lot of just like straight physical. Like, maybe not too many. I feel like straight physical plus Zapdos.
Yeah, yeah, true.
I don't know. It's just
Straight physical. It can have issues if you go like straight physical and hackers only. You can have issues with like Marowak sometimes.
how are you gonna? I mean, you can just trade with Marowak.
If you're just trading with Marowak, it's usually not ending up well for you. If you're not like killing it in 2 turns.
Well, you can easily kill with 2 turns. Just like
You can kill it in two
Screech,
turns, but
double F, bam. Does like
you
60.
have to double attack
That's
into it.
true. That is risky.
But like if you have Jinx, Ice Beam does like 80 to 90% to it, or you can just kiss it and miss and die.
Really? Do 80 to 90? 82 to 96,
Yeah.
yeah. Huh.
And if you put on Never Melt Ice for some reason, you can even have a chance to kill.
I don't think that's a good roll at all.
I would never do that. I would never do that.
That's
That's not real.
38.5% chance.
That's not real.
I feel like a low B plus maybe. Like back here
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I just and you know, it's not just good for like Marowak and stuff, you know. It's kind of a the issue with Jinx is like it's just not fast enough.
It's
So I
slower than
wouldn't
Zapdos.
put it
Was
in
it
A
faster than
tier. It's not
Zapdos?
yeah. But the thing is if you switch it in on like a Zapdos Hidden Power Ice, or hell even Hidden Power Water isn't doing that much to you. There we have to, you know, focus you down for your Jinx to not just like kill them. Because that Ice Beam does huge damage to Zapdos.
You actually do take Thunderbolt pretty decently.
Yeah, the only problem is that they're faster. So if they have two things that are faster than you on the field, sometimes you can just die before getting an attack off. But like then again, there's mind games with like Protect and
Yeah, I
stuff
don't.
like that. You know.
I like using like safer mods that don't have to like rely on mind games like that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Like
I still
Lax
think,
can't double that and kill it.
yeah. Oh, speaking of lax, Jinx, Kiss is also just good for lax with leftovers.
It,
Because,
it, it is
sometimes,
boosted by like the lack of sleepers.
yeah, there's not a lot of good sleepers. And even with what sleepers there are, you don't even always run sleep on them.
That's true. I feel like that mostly applies to Eggy,
Yeah. Yeah,
but
Eggy has a really bad.
that's one
We'll get
fourth
there
of
when
the
we get there.
sleepers. We're on to
uh,
Raikou.
uh,
What order
I
is
used to
this
like
tier
this
list even in?
guy. I don't know. Um,
I feel like
to me,
B minus.
it's hard to fit on teams.
Like the GSC OUers are gonna crucify me. This mon is not very good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even GSC OUers, it's like fallen off there over the years. If you look at the viability rankings, it used to be unanimous top three. Then Cloister took over. I think it's like fifth now in GSC. I don't play
That's not
GSCOU
much
anymore.
improvement.
Right. I did for like a little bit, very casually. I just laddered.
I don't play any GSC OU. I don't think I've ever played a single game.
It's fun. I like it. That's partially why I thought GSC doubles would be fun.
It is a fun tier. It's
Imagine
like
GSC doubles with only one Pokemon. But yeah,
this
Raikou.
this mon has a lot of
It's just
problems. I
yeah.
think being
It's just
electric weak is awful. Or ground weak.
for being ground week.
Yeah.
Yeah, ground week, and there's like not much justification for it.
It's like versus Zapdos, why would you
It's like
like there's no reason to use it over Zapdos really. So
yeah, you would only ever use it alongside Zapdos, and when you're using it
they
alongside Zapdos, you start to have issues with like
they do share no weaknesses, but they also share the same offense, so
yeah, they're defensively checked by the same things basically.
it's like it doesn't provide
Like
anything
Raikou,
unique.
it is good against Zapdos,
Like I feel
but
another mon down here called Jolteon is kind of just like
yeah,
in the
Jolteon's
right
just kind of
neighborhood
better.
too. Yeah,
Because
I
like Raikou, the speed tier is really nice. Like 115, tying Starmie.
tying Starmie though. And it's like you lose out on being faster than Aerodactyl or tying Aerodactyl on certain teams.
Yeah. I feel like the base 130s meta that we're in right now.
There are two base 130s mods.
Well,
Is there three?
there's Jolt,
Oh no,
Arrow, and
there's
that.
Jolteon. I don't really like
Um,
Jolteon. We'll get to Jolteon later.
yeah, like it doesn't even have Thunder Wave,
Does it have
which
Thunder
isn't
Wave?
isn't no, it doesn't have Thunder Wave because it's a Gen 1 TM,
Oh
and
man. Yeah, B minus.
I'm fine with B minus for Raikou. There's not much else to say about it. It does have you can have a nice like offensive set with like Thunderbolt, HP Water, Crunch is like pretty good coverage.
I think it has like Leer, which is a reason to
Oh
use it.
yeah, it has Leer. Yeah,
But like
you can
it's
use
weak
it
to
as a Leermon,
Earthquake.
but like
It's weak to
you can't use it
Earthquake.
with Earthquake, so like um
Okay. Next is
oh
Rhydon.
and it gets Reflect and it's
That's
faster than
that's niche.
Zapdos. So you can like get off Reflect earlier in the turn. You're up against like a Tauros or something.
That's so niche. I've used it like
Or like
once.
you can use Reflect before Gengar Explosion is I guess would be another application. Yeah, B minus is definitely fair.
Rhydon is F.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Do not use
This
Rhydon.
one this one's Force Golem and is
Worst
also atrocious in everything. It's weak
worst
to
Golem. Golem isn't even good in this.
earthquake,
I mean,
weak to ice, weak to water. Like
weak to grass, 2, which is like decently relevant.
It's like, what do you
It
put out?
will be when Celebi comes in,
And you get nothing out of this. Spawn doesn't.
and you get nothing.
And it's so
You
weak to
can
special
use
moves.
you can use Scary Face and Rock Slide and
Sure, sure.
switch opponents.
Alright, Skarmory.
Because like
Are,
Skarmory, oh, that's a tough one.
I feel like it's not great.
Kind of. I mean, I kind of like it.
I kinda like it, but
It's,
it's not like.
I mean, you just like you hardwall wax, and you can do some stuff with like Leer, HP fighting.
HP fighting? From
Yeah,
what?
to hit wax and tar.
That's. I've been running Droop. I mean, what's your
I
last
mean,
one?
yeah, I've
It's Leer HP fighting.
the set that I run on it is Drill Peck, HP fighting, Leer, Protect.
That's. Hmm. Couldn't you run
You
Steel
know,
Wing?
then no, Steel Wing doesn't do anything better than HP fighting.
I mean, like.
I mean, Steel Wing does more damage to like what?
I mean, I was saying like HP fighting with like. Steel Wing with like HP Rock.
Steel Wing HP Rock.
Because it
I
won't by
mean,
Zapdos. I mean, it doesn't really do anything to Zapdos, but.
yeah, being walled by Zapdos, it doesn't really matter because it's just you're gonna switch out of it anyways, because or else it just kills you.
You do live T-Bolt, I'm pretty sure.
You live T-Bolt, but only barely,
I
and
think it might even be a roll. Yeah, it's a
yeah, it is a roll.
50-50
So yeah,
roll.
you're getting out of there anyways. You're not doing anything to Zapdos.
Yeah. I was running
Yeah,
Drill Peck, Rock. I feel like HP fighting probably has more merit.
yeah, because HP fighting it hits Lax, it hits Tar, and it complement. It's just flying fighting is just good coverage, complementary.
The problem with this
Because
bot is
no,
65-70 special bulk.
yeah,
And
the
there's
resists do
no
help.
buff.
The resists do help it out, and like fire types aren't that common
Yeah, being
on
weak to
fire
fire
type
does really
coverage in
matter.
general. And electric type coverage isn't too common outside of electric types themselves. So it can actually be hard to remove in some situations, especially against physical offense teams. Like if you boom their Zapdos, Skarmory can just kind of be a real pain to get rid of.
I've seen that, but also just gets chipped down over time.
And it is a flying type with Leer, so you can Leer Earthquake with it.
That is the main reason. Like that's the only reason I'd ever use this mod.
Yeah.
It's just really passive itself. And I feel like Screech is kind
Yeah,
of
it is kind of passive, but it's a good defensive answer to a lot of things. Like Marowak can't really touch it.
well, I can't really touch Marowak.
Exec Yeah, you have to use Leer and hit it
Like
with something else to threaten Marowak.
things can't touch you, but you can't
But
touch them either.
yeah, and you're kind of more there to set up Leer to hit the opponent, and then you have Peg HP fight to like do good immediate damage to things like Executor, Tar.
I feel like does it even 2 a KO Tar? It's like
I don't know. It does like decent damage, and you are faster, so like
it does 40 to 47. Like
yeah, that's I mean that's not bad.
I feel like next to Raikou is a good place.
Mm, is it above? Is it above or below?
Probably above. Definitely above.
Yeah, I definitely see Skarmory being useful on more teams than Raikou.
Like a few
Even if
seasons.
it's not, even Raiku's a bit more self-sufficient, but Skarmory is probably better on more teams.
I can agree with that.
All right, next
Starmie.
Starmie. Ooh, this guy's. I think it's A,
A.
just straight up A.
I'm not sure I agree with A.
Yeah,
Like what type of
because the thing,
okay.
because it has good set variety. Like in the past, I always just ran, speed control sets on it that were just kind of bad. Or like you get off an Icy Wind and then you just die because they switch to Snorlax,
I
or they just use Thunderbolt on you.
I will say Icy
But
Wind sucks.
yeah, honestly, Icy Wind isn't even that good.
Yeah.
Because like they just switched to Snorlax, and it's useless to Icy Wind
And you don't
Snorlax.
get anything immediate out of the turret. It has to be next turn.
Yeah, exactly.
I've used Mon with
Um,
like screens.
it's a very good screen setter because it's very fast.
I think Hydro Pump is also pretty good mono coverage.
Yeah, Hydro Pump is like just good. Well, it's not good. It would be good if it never missed.
The thing with Hydro Pump is, yeah, 80%.
Yeah, but Hydro Pump it does a lot with one attacking move slot because like key like ground type threats, Steelix and Marowak. You can one shot them with Hydro Pump, or it's like a roll. It's a roll for each of them.
I have seen my Steelix get one shot, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's like
It's like, I don't know, I don't.
yeah, 59.
51 from Marowak.
Well, 59% out of 80% to hit isn't that
71
good,
to.
but it's more reliable on Steelix. But yeah, you can just one tap both of those, and they have to respect it, obviously.
Nidoking, you have a 2.6% chance.
You can't even. But honestly, I really also just like three attack sets with Protect. I feel like
Like
that's honestly
T-Ball, Ice
one of the
Beam,
better ways to use it. Hydro Pump, Psychic, and either Thunderbolt or Ice Beam.
Psychic. What's. What does Psychic really hit there?
It's good for Gengar because you outspeed it.
Does that get you like a better roll? I guess Hydro Pump.
Yeah, Hydro Pump can miss, and you can also not two shot sometimes.
It's
So it's
nearly
not good
guaranteed
against like
two-shot.
yeah, but you have to hit both,
That's just Hydro Pump. That's
which is
level.
only which is only 60%, or
I feel
sorry,
like
64% to hit two pumps.
a lot of this Mon's value is kind of just hitting pumps.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like A minus is a better spot.
Yeah, but yeah, it has the set variety though. It has the
I
screens.
I could honestly justify B plus too.
Oh, B plus is way too low.
I don't know.
Starmie's like,
I don't use it that
and
often.
it's well, yeah,
I don't really use
but
it at all.
I've really liked every team I put Starmie on. I feel like it does a lot
I actually don't.
because
I
it
don't even have
just
a Starmie team on my computer. I probably have like a few on mobile.
it's probably the
Are you
it's
gonna?
probably the best single mon at like countering Aerobat leads, just because it is immediately threatening to both of them.
I don't know. I feel like being threatening to Crobat doesn't really matter.
The Aerodactyl definitely. An Aerodactyl, even if they screech you and attack you, they don't kill you.
They could protect Arrow and HP bug you with Crobat, and then that does. And you also don't even
That's
open
true,
Arrow.
but
And it's kind of hard. Like, what teammate are you putting next to Starmie in this situation on your lead?
Piloswine. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, Piloswine Starmie actually counters air. Like, look at my replays with Stealth Croc. I have multiple battles where he's running Piloswine Starmie lead into my Aerobat,
What?
and like
I
it
feel
just
like.
it shuts it down. It
Are you
shuts it down.
sure?
Yes, like they
What?
Piloswine Starmie just beats Aerobat straight up.
What's stopping you from just like protecting Arrow, screeching or HP bugging Starmie, screech HP Rock the next turn?
Well, they could Psychic on Crobat or Ice Beam.
But that's still a prediction. It's still 50-50, and this is a fucking terrible lead. I feel like you have to do a little bit more than a 50-50.
That's true, but you
But it
know what
doesn't
else
do
Lead
the same
Stormy can
stuff.
do against Aerobat? Set up Reflect.
That's true.
And yeah, it is slower than them, but like Lead Strongly with screens is just good because it's faster than most things. It's faster than the things that are immediately threatening to it, like Zapdos.
What about like top
So it's good.
A minus?
I guess I can agree with that. Top of A minus compromise there.
Steelix.
Felix B, just middle B.
Probably lower B.
Yeah, lower end of middle B, I say.
This one is. It's
It's
like.
fallen off in my eyes, kind of.
When was it even risen? I've never believed this mod.
I haven't built with it in a while.
It's like really bad into flying types, and there's so many flying types.
Yeah, all it can do on flying types is just kind of
And it's downright terrible.
explode.
Downright terrible into waters.
Yeah, it has nothing. It doesn't have good immediate power, but it is, it does have a pretty decent lax match. Sorry, it does have a pretty decent lax matchup
You're weak to Earthquake.
because,
I mean, you take like 30.
yeah, but like you have such good defense that like their Earthquake isn't doing that much to you unless they're boosting up.
You're taking the same amount as
And
every other mod
also,
is from Double Edge.
really, it doesn't do that much.
What was this? 26 to 31. Okay, that's actually not too bad.
Yeah, and if you have leftovers too, which you won't always have leftovers. Sometimes you'd rather block sleep, but
I don't know. I feel like
you
it
do.
runs into the same issues with Curse Lax, where you have to support it a lot, but instead of having Curse Lax, you have a Steelix.
Yeah,
And
that
it's
is the
like
problem.
you can't remove Snorlax easily, but Steelix Hydro Bump.
It's a good it's a good exploder. It's a good exploder.
But also
That's its. I think
to
that's its main use.
to curse, you either drop Protect or you're running Earthquake Explosion, which is so easy to exploit.
I honestly think no curse is the best.
No
Just
curse.
EQ HP rock explosion. I haven't built with it. I haven't built with that set at all, but I honestly feel like that's the best you can run on it.
I don't think this one. Does this even deserve the B slot? Like,
Okay, yeah. The more I talk about it,
yeah,
the
it's
more I think
like
it's like a B minus spawn. Put it below Raikou.
yeah.
Bro's not cooking. Bro's not cooking.
Tyrannosif.
Tyrannosif. A tier.
Agree.
Very versatile set wise. It's well, I wouldn't necessarily say, I think flexible is a better word
Yeah,
because like
I feel like it kind of runs at like one or two things. The things I've really been liking on this is rest. Like
oh really?
HP Rock, EQ, Rest, Protect with Miracle Berry, obviously.
I can see that being good. I see that, yeah, that can be good against like Snorlax and
I've
Zapdos and stuff
I was also
because
running that with Snorlax, but not
yeah,
HP Rock. It's kind of like a Snorlax Eskimon where you have to like chip it down a lot, and Rest kind of just like
yeah,
shuts that down.
yeah. The only problem is Rest won't help you much against like Hydro Pump from various things or Earth or like Stab Earthquakes.
It takes stab EQs pretty well. Like Nidoking only does like 50.
Yeah, I'm more talking about like Marowak.
Yeah, Marowak, you explode. You still live, but you can't actually hit it really.
Yeah, you live one, but then the other thing is probably outspeeding you next turn. The other thing besides Marowak,
Yeah,
and they're just killing you.
it has really good defensive utility and really good
Yeah, it's
offensively.
it's probably the best normal. It's probably the best normal resistant thing
I don't
outside of like ghost types.
I don't think the special sets are like fantastic, like the Crunch Fire Blast stuff I've been seeing.
Yeah, I definitely think Earthquake is more the way because like base 134 attack Earthquake, like
What is it like?
even it's unstab, but like it's more immediately powerful than like Snorlax EQ. because Snorlax is base 110
Yeah.
attack.
And rock ground is just like perfect coverage.
Yeah, Rock Ground is good coverage. But honest, I do think some special coverage can be good because like Crunch is good against like Executor because you outspeed them, you do really good damage. And some Executors don't even run Giga Drain, so like sometimes you can just really shut them
I
down.
feel like Fire
And they
Blast
can't.
is like good too.
And yeah, Fire Blast is good because it's its coverage is good for just like filling in like matchup holes on a team.
Yeah.
Because like Crunch is good if you're weak to a lot of if you find yourself weak to the psychics a lot. Fire Blast is good if you don't have anything good against like Scizor or Steelix. Like if you're using a lot of like normal type attackers and like psychic stuff, like Scizor and Steelix can be really good into those kinds of teams.
Yeah.
But like a Fire Blast Tyranitar can help fill that gap. And then like if your team has like a bad Marowak matchup, I could even see like Ice Beam
Ice Beam.
T-Tar being a thing.
I could
And
see
it gets
that.
Screech. Don't forget it gets Screech as well.
I don't know.
I had a
I mean,
I have a
it's too
team.
slow. I feel.
Yeah, but you can help. But you can support Snorlax with
Doesn't
it.
it also get Leer?
It does also get Leer, but
Yeah.
I think I would prefer Screech.
I think Screech is mostly better. Yeah.
I do have a team where I just have lead T-Tar and Lax, and you just Screech with the T-Tar, and Wax just like
I could see
can
that.
kill things instantly.
I could. Wax doesn't do 50 to really anything.
It does 50 to like Starmie.
Does it do 50 to Starmie?
It can, I think.
It actually does, huh? It's like a good roll.
Yeah,
It's
and
a
at like
really good
minus
roll.
two, like so at like minus two, you're like almost always one-shotting them.
Yeah, 75. But with
Well, 75,
Screech accuracy
73.
too.
Yeah, Screech accuracy isn't
And they're
great, but
probably
like
reflecting.
I think it's good.
But yeah.
Yeah, or they're either reflecting or pumping your tar.
Yeah, T-Tar like A.
Yeah,
That's a solid place.
I think in my opinion, T-Tar is like the best Mon in the tier. That's just like no bullshit.
Umbreon.
Umbreon, that's tough. That's not good. I know that much.
It's decent. Maybe.
I feel like it's hard to kill.
Okay.
It can be hard to kill a lot of the time, but it just doesn't do anything.
I'm gonna put forth this
Oh,
team.
wait a minute. No, Umbreon gets Screech. So it's actually like not terrible.
I'm gonna put forth this team. It was Berserk Gene, lead Starmie. Berserk Gene Umbreon with Baton Pass, lead Starmie.
No,
Okay. It's
no. Berserk Gene strats are not real.
okay, but like the whole thing is just like removing the randomness as much as you can. You just Baton Pass into Mon, remove the confusion. You have a +2 Mon.
Yeah,
And then
but like you can never.
Starmie screens really helps support that.
Yeah, that's true. Problem is you can never get past like the first 50-50 to not hit yourself and
I
actually
mean,
pass.
if they're like doubling you, but then that like frees up Starmie. I feel like
Yeah,
most Mons don't do 50% to Umbreon. Especially
no,
like
that's true.
lead Mons. And some lead
I
Mons are just
agree.
like completely walled, like Executor. What's that doing?
They can explode.
Then you kind of just trade. I feel like you
Yeah,
also don't you
but then
live
your whole
move?
berserk. Yeah, you do. But if you pass to
Well, you're slower. Okay,
the
it
thing
was
you
I'm
passed
running
to no
min speed.
Umbreon out.
I'm running min speed.
Oh, you're running min speed. Interesting. I see.
Slower than Lax. Slower than Aggie. I'm pretty sure it's slower than Lax. Lax is like 188, right? 158?
158. Yeah.
I think you might be fat. I'm not sure if I was running Truman speed or like I was outspeeding things on purpose. No. It's 135. It says it does underspeed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I guess with reflect,
I
I
like
guess I could justify it being B minus,
yeah, and
but like
I've like
bottom
experimented
of
with
B
curse.
minus.
I've experimented with like curse. It's not super great.
Yeah,
There's like better
curse.
Screech mons.
Yeah, it's as a Screech mod, it's just kind of a worse version of Tyranitar.
Yeah. Onto Vaporeon.
I think Vaporeon's like B plus. If Starmie's A minus, then
I was
Vaporeon's
gonna
B
say I love
plus.
Starmie.
Really? Okay, I can. I guess I can justify A minus for Vaporeon.
It's stronger, and it has charm, and it's Vaporeon.
Charm is
And
good,
it's also
but
very
like
bulky. It's way bulkier than Starmie.
it is way bulkier. But
And
it's
maybe like
all
it's like Tail Whip.
the speed. The speed is like
I don't think the speed's
definitely
too
holding
important.
it back.
I'm not sure. You
Because
take
like
like
Starmie's faster than Zapdos.
you take Zapdos to
So
pretty long
like
though. Like it only does like 50.
it does more than 50. It does like 60.
Calking. 53 to 63.
Yeah, 50 to 60.
So
Yeah.
about 60.
Just you're still getting two shot and outsped.
But you can like I don't know, with like if you're running Tail Whip, you can just Tail Whip, use your like Lax teammate. You've seen me using Vaporeon Lax leads a lot.
Yeah.
And then you can just 2-KO the Zapdos.
Yeah, that's true. That is kind of true.
And all while tail whipping the other on, so you're still like in an
Honestly,
advantageous state.
honestly, yeah, I can see it. I'm starting to see it. I'm putting together like situations in my head, and I'm starting to believe. I think the lack of, I think like the increased utility and still outspeeding like like some relevant threats is enough to put Vaporeon above Starmie. I think they're good next to each other.
It also
It's
like
just like
all the roles
the
Starmie missed
water,
out
the
on,
good.
Vaporeon gets.
Yeah.
I think, right? That's the
Yeah,
way I remember it.
I know Vaporeon is guaranteed one shot on Marowak if it hits Hydro Pump.
Which, still Hydro Pump, but you get a lot more
It's still Hydro Pump.
you still get a lot of utility out of like guaranteed 100% moves.
Yeah. Charm is good against explosion users as well.
Charm is
And even though Starmie does have that fast reflect and fast light screen, but
Vaporeon is
Charm is
reflect.
good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
Vaporeon does get reflect, but it's not as fast, so
it gets
you
reflect when
can't
it's
get it
really
off.
high.
You can't get it off before being hit a lot of the time.
Yeah. I feel like you don't really want to run reflect that much. I feel like you could maybe justify it.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, reflect would only be better than charm if you're like
You're not
against
running it
two
over
physical
charm.
attackers.
I feel like you'd run
Yeah,
it
you're not running it over
with
charm.
charm.
Yeah.
Charm is what takes this from like B to A, I feel. A minus.
Yeah. All right, I can. All right, we finally got the big man.
Number 2.
I think no, Zapdos is like a second S tier. It's like an S minus.
I'm not sure. I mean,
We need a new tier for it.
it's good. It's great. It's fantastic.
It's
It's not.
amazing.
I'm not running on every single team.
Okay, but you're running it on 99% of
No,
teams.
I feel like it's more like 80, 80% of teams.
I mean,
Not even 80 really. It's more like 60, 70 maybe.
okay, but that Sand team doesn't count.
Huh?
The Sand team doesn't count.
Okay, the sand team doesn't work. Yeah. But
It's
like,
not a real. It's not a real thing.
there's reasons to drop this mod unlike Starlax.
That is true,
I
but I
feel like a
still
lot of
think
valid reasons. It's like it
I
doesn't.
still think it's like a solid step above like everything I would put in A plus.
I mean, I don't know if anything else goes in A plus for me.
Really.
Okay,
I mean,
I'm gonna say my top
I I mean
top.
I,
I'm gonna say my third later, and you're gonna be like either baffled or completely understanding.
okay.
But I don't know. I feel like the
I
Mon
am curious
lacks.
when we get there.
It kind of lacks perfect coverage, unlike Lax. Lax is perfect coverage, unless you count like Skarmory. It's like you kind of want the hidden power type. Like you want three different hidden power types.
Not real. I mean, ice really gets the job done most of the time.
I don't know. Ice is like really weak in the. Ice isn't too strong in general. I feel.
Yeah, but it's your best thing against like Marowak and the Nidos.
When you, but you also want water. For
Yeah,
like.
but water means you don't. Water means you're walled by Eggy.
Yeah, but then you also want my legs. It's like you have like.
Yeah, but
Lot.
Steelix is not even good. Steelix is a
Steelix.
lot easier of a matchup
That's
to
true.
cover.
I feel like.
And like Steelix, it's not like Steelix can
I don't
touch
think
you
Iggy is
without
very
blowing
good
itself up.
either.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Is this really that hot of a take?
That's
Have you ever seen me run Eggy?
I guess not, but like it's he's good.
There's
I don't
no.
know what you mean.
This is the Zapdos segment.
Okay. Okay, this is the Zapdos segment. It's
I don't.
definitely number two.
It's definitely number two, but far. It's like there's a gap between it and Lax, a big gap, and then like a
I
smaller
guess that's
gap
true.
between number three.
I guess that's true. I guess that's fair. I guess A plus is a fine placement for the purposes of this video. We can compromise. Articuno. I used to really like this guy. Oh my god.
This is like
Back when
C.
Icy Wind was like a real move, and before Aerodactyl was like a thing,
We agreeing
I
on
would
like
have.
C, right?
Yeah,
This guy is
unfortunately.
terrible. Okay, look at the
Yeah, I
top.
really.
Look at the top three we said, and then the next three we said, and look at Articuno's
Yeah,
matchup in
it's
every
just like.
single one of these mobs.
Yeah,
What does this
it
guy
has. It
do?
has. That's a good question. I mean, it has decently strong ice beams.
It's Ice Beam,
It
Icy
does
Wind.
get. It does get. It does get stab on Icy Wind, so it can actually like do like okay damage with it.
That is
And you
a
know, Icy.
with the 27 base power move.
I mean, when stuff doesn't have leftovers, it's like
Honestly, D
that
is
damage isn't like ignorable.
I put it in D.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
I have never once thought about using this mod. Even I mean, I've thought about it. Then I'm like, no. Like, there's no reason to
It is.
justify it.
It can function as like a Marowak partner. It is nice in that it is a flying type and it's not weak to ice. It's like you can use it with Marowak and not be stacking so many ice weaknesses.
It has
It
hypothetical
doesn't have that
use
going for it.
if you really think about it.
Yeah, and like sure, Marowak doesn't outspeed that much. There is a lot of stuff that still outspeeds a Marowak at -1. Like Marowak does outspeed like a good number of things at -1 that it doesn't normally outspeed.
Yeah,
So like it does make Icy Wind kind of good. And you know, it gets reflect too, so
kind of.
that can be helpful sometimes. If nothing else on your team wants to run reflect, or you can't or you don't want to fit it elsewhere. Clefable. Dude.
Probably low.
Cliff Nah,
Okay,
honestly,
I know you're gonna say
this thing's
something
kind
about
of fire.
stealth croc.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm a believer.
they've been
I'm a
spamming this
believer.
bond on ladder for like 2 weeks, and I haven't seen it do anything.
I'm a believer though.
Okay,
I'm okay, so
I've looked
I can
I've
agree
looked
with
at
it.
it moveset. I'm like, okay, what does this mon get? Oh shit, it gets Charm. Why the fuck haven't I seen the good set used?
Oh, it does get charm.
Why?
Oh,
Why haven't I been using? I've seen Icy Wind Encore Double Edge Protect, and I'm not a believer in that set at all. I think that shit is useless. But Charm.
okay. I like Encore on it because
I like Double Edge Charm Encore. Maybe.
yeah, I can see that.
I could see that. I'm not seeing Icy Wind.
Yeah, Icy Wind is like, not really.
I'm
But
not
like,
seeing it. But it's like also just like mono coverage and like Charm
yeah, like
Encore.
Stab Double Edge, it doesn't have nearly as much attack as Wax, but it still does like it can still do like decent damage.
Yeah, but it's mono
Especially if you
coverage.
especially if you pair it with Screech, especially.
Why are you
Like, don't
pairing
sleep on
Clefable with Screech?
because it does physical attacks.
It has less attack than Zapdos by a wide margin.
Okay, but it does more physical damage than Zapdos because
That's
Double Edge is stronger than Drill
but
Peck.
it's like you have you have like mono coverage, which is fine, but Charm Encore doesn't apply like it applies situational pressure.
Yeah,
It's not
Charm Encore,
always good.
it helps you shut down
It
things
helps you shut down
like
things, but
explosion plays.
if there's
Like
not
it
things on
really
the field to
it's good
shut
against
down,
those.
you're not really being a good mod.
Yeah, but like it does have Moonlight. It kind of keeps
I'm not
itself
using
healthy.
Moonlight. I'm
Okay,
using
that's fair.
Protect.
C plus is fair. C plus
Yeah,
is fair.
I feel like it has a lot more uses than Articuno. Donphan is F.
Yeah, Don,
Above
you're
Rhydon,
not.
though. Above Rhydon.
No, well,
Why would you use
maybe not F.
You
Maybe
use
not F.
Marowak. You use Marowak.
That is true, but Donphan
It has no
is
moves.
like a lot.
Its only move is Earthquake.
That is true.
Like Curse,
I would put it.
Earthquake,
I would.
HP Rock. It has the same problem with Steelix, except you can't boom.
That's true. But like, it has base 120 attack. I mean, and yeah, it's obviously less damage than Marowak. Like Steelix has base 85 attack.
Okay,
You're a
maybe.
lot immediately more threatening than Steelix. I have run into Donphan on ladder, and it has like done stuff against me.
Honestly, it
I
has
think
good
it's better than
physical.
Articuno.
I think it's
It
better.
has really good physical bulk. So like you can like switch it in on it can you can switch it in on
I have
Snorlax
actually thought about
and like
Donphan.
actually be kind of good into it,
I have never thought about Rhydon. I have thought
which
about
which
Donphan.
Marowak can't really do. Even though Marowak does more damage, it doesn't have the staying power. And you want to save it for later for when you can really get the most value out of it.
Okay. I'm really excited about this one. I think this mod's good. This mod's solid.
Espeon?
Espeon. It gets Charm.
Uh, okay, that
It
is
gets
true.
Charm. It cannot run
Charm is
Reflect with Charm, unfortunately. I don't believe.
yeah.
You saw me coping about that earlier.
Yeah.
But it gets Charm.
It does get Charm.
It's fast Charm.
That's Charm. Yeah, honestly,
It's a Psychic type. You kind of like.
I haven't
How would
really
you
used it
move?
or faced it, but
I've built.
I kind of see it.
I was thinking about this literally today, literally earlier, but I was just cooking this mod. And I'm gonna pull up the team. It's lead Curselax, Charm Attract Umbreon.
Attract, really? A lot.
No, it like literally gets no other moves. You have to run Attract.
Okay.
Or like Sunny Day or something stupid. HP Dark maybe. But it's like, and you don't lose anything by running Attract. Attract is a genuinely good move.
That's true. A genuinely stupid move, but yes.
Very stupid, but it is pretty good. It's like
Yeah,
the
you do have
things
you're faster than most
the
things.
things that
You
are
like speed type
genderless that are
Gengar.
immune to Attract. Zapdos, Starmie. What? Starmie is genderless, right? Gotta check.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. They don't do good into Lax.
that's true.
So
That is
the
true.
things you the things you like. There's limitations on attract, but you to have good matchups into those things with
Okay,
things.
but this is about Espeon. What does Espeon do? What else does it do besides charm?
It
Enlighten me.
doesn't need to do anything else. It's a psychic type. It has 130 special attack.
That's true. I guess it's just like slightly worse Alakazam with charm.
I mean, it also has better physical bulk. I don't. It doesn't just blow up to any physical move nearly as much.
It basically does. Pull up
And
Alakazam stats.
it doesn't die to HP Rock at -2
That's
from
true.
Exacto,
But
which is
It's a roll for Alakazam, and you also need Hardstone.
well, everything runs Hearthstone, right? It's actually, does this not even kill? I thought it killed Alakazam. Oh,
No, it's not a very favorable roll.
it's a 20%. That's higher than I thought. Or it's like 87 to 102, and it's 20%. GSC rolls.
Yeah, they're weird.
Oh no, I feel
Yeah,
like
okay. You know,
you have a more favorable rolls versus Alakazam.
that's true. Honestly, yeah, I can see it. B plus.
B plus, I think.
I haven't played with it at all, but it does seem fundamentally good.
I I haven't even been able to test it. This been no one on ladder today.
Yeah,
But I feel like it's
that's
just
I hate when that.
it seems like a fundamentally good mon, and I'm just purely vibe checking it. I don't see anything that could actually
Yeah.
make this mon bad.
Yeah, and even like the stuff that walls it, like Tyranitar, you can just charm it.
And you can attract everything, right? Every psychic or every non-Starmie psychic is like gendered, and they're all physical.
Yeah,
Or I guess not out.
yeah.
So they can't run. They can't run female. And then we're on to
I mean,
Houndoom. Unless you want to say something about
Houndoom.
Espeon.
Yeah, I don't have much else to say about it, but I could even see it going up
I could see it
further.
going up.
Because, like,
But
there's.
I don't want to put it like too high on its like untested.
Yeah.
Houndoom fucking
There's even stuff.
Houndoom fucking
How,
blows.
I don't think it deserves F.
Really? You think I wouldn't even put it higher than Rhydon.
Really?
What
I
does
mean,
it do?
it it walls.
It
We were just talking. We were just talking about Espeon and how like the stuff that walls it can just attract. Like it can use attract on Houndoom, but Houndoom is like
what can you use?
it can't use charm on Houndoom. Houndoom is
Okay,
really good in all the Houndoom is really good into all the psychics besides Starmie.
well, Houndoom is also immune to attract. Well, you can just run female.
Yeah, you can run female on
Not
it,
really immune.
but
You can technically run male Espeon. That's like a whole thing. I don't even want to think about.
yeah,
But it's like this mon does not have good bulk. It is not fast. It does not have a super high special attack. It's like mediocre. I feel it's
but the
good.
coverage is good.
The
I've
coverage is good, but it's weak.
I've
A
seen
lot of
it be
combo
used on
builds.
like Sun builds and like
The worst builds of all time.
yeah.
Like
And like yeah, Sun is like super hyper offense.
I feel like I don't know. You just can't take hits. You you're really situationally useful, but in every other matchup, you're awful. You're terrible. Terrible.
It's not worse than Rhydon. Rhydon has like literally no reason to use it over something
At
else.
least Rhydon's really physically bulky. It's like kind of Steelix-ish, and it has like
Yeah, I
decent
guess.
attack, good attack, 130.
I guess. But like
It's
I feel
like
like Houndoom's overall better.
I don't care about F tier placements. You can you can be
That's
like
true.
this guy sucks.
Scan.
Kangaskhan. low, but like
I would.
I'd use
I think
it.
C tier.
C
I think
tier.
C tier.
It gets like Leer, Icy Wind. Does it get Screech?
Yeah, it's definitely.
I don't think it gets Screech though.
I don't think it gets
It
Screech,
does
but
not
you
get
can
Screech.
like. I honestly think it's not even that bad of a team structure to just like spam a bunch of normal type attackers.
I agree.
Because like when it comes to like Lax, they'll have things that answer Lax, but when you're spamming other normal type attackers like Tauros and Kanga,
I've
they have to use their normal type answers to beat those, and then
It's kind of just
they get
worse
worn
than
down.
Tauros.
They get worn down or bit defeated. So then Lax just cleans house.
Like versus Tauros, I just use Tauros. I feel right.
Yeah, I mean it's just kind of a worse word. It is a lot. It is a bit bulkier.
I don't know if that actually ends up mattering. I feel like it has to. Is it even that much bulkier?
I would run it with Tauros.
Yeah, but then it's like that's super deep stuff, which is C rank. I agree.
Yeah,
It is actually quite a bit bulkier. It's actually
yeah,
quite a bit
it does
bulkier.
really high HP.
It's like a little bit special, or a little bit physically bulkier, but a lot specially bulkier. I think C is fine.
Yeah.
Not much to say. Like we
Mm,
haven't used too
yeah,
long.
there's not much to say. It's just like,
Know what there is a lot to say? You want to know what there is a lot to say about? Not Kingdra.
not Kingdra. Yes, it's like,
Yeah, this is on.
it's like, I don't know why you would ever use it
It's
though.
not. It's a water not weak to electric.
But it also doesn't resist ice.
Ignore that part. To be fair,
I guess it, I guess
resisting
it,
ice isn't very important.
resisting ice doesn't matter that much, but like, it helps in like switching in to certain
I
things.
feel like you'd use it over Dawn Fan.
I guess so. I guess it does have like decent and and you can use Dragon Breath with Porygon 2
Terra
to
Steel.
get Steel type Porygon to get Terra Steel Porygon 2,
Yeah.
which is a really good
You mean
strategy with
HP
Porygon
Dragon because
time.
you don't want to paralyze your Porygon.
True, true, true.
Okay, Kingdra talk over. We're going back to
Honestly,
Lapras.
okay.
Wait, wait,
Well,
wait.
let's just talk about Dragon Breath for a second.
What?
I feel like I feel like Dragon Breath, like it's only yes, it's 60 base power, but like nothing resists it, and
Is
like
60 base power?
that Parachance, it can like eat
No.
up some berries. It can like it's not good. Like
it's it's you can say that
it's
again.
something it's something that it has.
It does have the most useless. Every mon can do that with Body Slam, for the record, except Kingdra. It doesn't actually get Body Slam,
Okay,
apparently.
but Body Slam isn't as spammable because a lot of stuff resists it, or like doesn't get stab off of it.
I guess it's yeah, getting stabbed to boost it to 90 instead of 85.
Yeah,
Terrible.
Kingdra D tier. Oh, Kingdra Orange Leer. So I guess that's
Wait,
something.
Kingdra lines Leer? Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Lapras. This is a good mon.
Lapras
Good mon.
D tier. I feel like it's a little high.
It's better
I
than
feel like every
Skarmory.
time
It's
I
better than Raikou. It's better than Steelix. It's better than Umbreon. So
I don't know. I think it's around B minus with those guys.
okay,
It's like
one
I don't know.
one you get Safeguard. That's a really
Okay.
good move to pair with like
Wait, how fast is it? How fast is it?
60.
60. Okay. So I guess you're faster than Eggy.
Yeah,
So
and you also get nice team
I
moves
guess that
during
is
Eggy.
relevant. Yeah, it does have good coverage. Special attack is kind of low
Just
for a water type.
for a water type, but it has great
Like I feel
bulk.
like okay, that is true. The bulk is really nice. How much do you take from Zapdos, Deep Bolt?
Uh, but the same as Vapo. Doesn't have like the same. Actually, doesn't Vapo have a lot better bulk?
Vaporeon is really specially bulky.
Vaporeon is crazy, especially bulky. 53 to 63.
Okay, that's like this. That's like the
That's
same
the
as
same
Vaporeon.
roll. Your Vaporeon. Actually, you're. Wait, you're
Okay,
literally the
just
exact same special bulk as Vaporeon. Okay. And you have 21
okay.
defense.
But you're also an ice type,
That's true. I feel
so
like
you're
Ice
taking
type
way
is
more.
Ice type isn't super exploitable. Like it's mainly just rock moves. When stuff like EQ,
Rock,
like
rock
stab
isn't.
EQ.
Rock is not good. Not a thing you want to be weak to,
Okay, but versus stab
especially
EQ,
because
stab EQ does the same damage, more damage. And it's like Tyranitar, you're slower. You're slower by one, but you take HP rock pretty well, and you still
do
threaten.
you though?
Yeah, you got great bulk. I'd be surprised if this takes 50. Rock slide is
And it's a roll to two shot.
probably a bad roll, right? 50, 58. You don't have a terrible matchup into even like the main thing Ice is
Yeah,
good
but
for.
can Lapras even? How much does Lapras do to T-Tar back with like Hydro Pump?
I mean, that's like it's one of its.
I feel like it's.
It doesn't really have a lot of bad matchups. Like
I guess,
everything
but
that hits you super effectively, you can pretty much hit back really hard. And you're still a water type. You still threaten like
yeah,
rounds. You're an ice type. You have
yeah, but
100% chance to
it only
surf
has
ground.
85 special attack. So unlike Starmie, it doesn't even like one shot Marowak and Steelix. Unlike those two.
Starmie barely one shots Marowak.
Yeah, but they actually have to respect that and like play around it.
Kinda.
With like Lapras out, it's like, oh, I know that if they Hydro Pump me, that I will always live.
And it still does get Icy Wind.
Yeah, but I thought Icy Wind sucked.
Icy Wind kind of does suck. But if you want to use Icy Wind, I don't know. I feel like Icy Wind does have like some minor
I
usage,
don't know. I
especially
feel
against
like
Starbreeze.
I feel like me personally, I feel like there's never a reason I'm using this over any other water.
It's Safeguard. It's
Okay,
Safeguard.
it does get
And it
safeguard, but
has
like
other good traits, which
you
back
you
that up.
you lose out on so many good options
Do you really
when you
though?
get safeguard. You don't have charm, you don't have screens, you don't have any speed.
Screens aren't like. I mean, Starmie is also not bulky at all.
I guess that's true.
Like
You know
my,
what? I can accept B, even though I think it's like bottom of middle B.
I could see that. I feel
I
like
would personally
it's
have it.
better than all the B minus guys.
I guess that's true. When I think about it, that's kind of true. Oh, Meganium.
You see me use this, right?
Yeah,
Speaking of
it's
safeguard,
dude. I'm so glad Meganium. Dude, I would not put it that
I'm not
high,
gonna
bro.
put an A minus. It's like
No,
it's above
I feel
Meganium.
like
It's above Lapras.
yeah, it does. It is faster than Leopard. It's like it has 80 base speed. This thing's like actually
It
kind
has
of fast.
bulk, good bulk. It
It's
has good. It
it's
has decent
bulky
speed. It
and
has
grass.
growl,
Grass
safeguard.
is actually like a pretty good defensive typing,
Yeah,
just to
even
like really
resisted.
patch up weaknesses.
Grass is a genuinely good
Resisting,
typing.
yeah, honestly, you resist water, ground, and electric. Three. That's like basically ground, electric, and water is kind of like the rock paper scissors of this format, and grass resists all of them.
And you have like the only thing this mod does not have is actual offensively threatening moves presence.
Yeah, that's true. Like even then, like super effective if you want like hidden power. I don't know if you would run hidden power grass or Giga Drain.
I've been using bug. I'm not sure if that's
That
like
makes
super good.
sense.
I feel like bug is like good, kind of good mono coverage for
It actually is.
yeah. It's like you can. I've been running no tech. Like
No
just
attacks.
bug, no techs.
There was
I was running
oh
bug,
no tech. Oh yeah,
growl,
yeah, yeah,
safeguard,
yeah.
synthesis, and you can run
It's
lefties
true.
because you can't really get slept.
If they sleep Meganium, that's like a victory for you.
It's like
That's a Meganium triumph
Nido King could be slower than
to
this
go to
too.
bed.
Like Nido King, Nido King probably won't be, but Nido Queen is always slower than you.
Yeah, yeah.
Depends if they like
Yeah,
lower
Nido.
their speed on Nido King for like Skarmory or something to pair with Skarmory.
Yeah, that's true.
But I feel like if you do that, you just run Nido Queen,
Yeah.
and it does have counter. That also has counter.
Yes, counter to hit like HP Ice on Zapdos or Hidden Power,
I forgot
whatever.
you can do that.
Yeah, hidden a counter works on all hidden power types in Gen 2 and
That's
Gen
actually
3.
really good.
Yeah. And like or even if you just counter like a Snorlax double edge.
Even though it's like SD, I'm not. I don't know if you. I don't think you can run that.
No, SD's way too slow to get rolling.
I mean, it kind of like puts you higher in the threat list. You can't just like ignore it forever.
It's true. But I feel like it's also like relatively easy to you have to set up multiple turns to actually like be able to get because you don't get stab on anything on an SD set. And like if they see that you're an SD set, they're just gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna blow you up. I'm gonna
Okay, but
explode
you
on
have
you.
growl. The thing is, like,
Oh, okay, wait a minute,
they
wait a minute.
see.
A SD set with growl and no
I'm
protect,
talking SD, bug,
return
growl,
earthquake.
safeguard.
S Oh, that's really weird.
Like with Snorlax,
Okay,
if they want to double
but like
Snorlax.
you're what? You're SDing an unstab 70 base power move off 70 on off
Okay,
80
okay.
base attack.
Let me
Like
lay this out.
I feel
Let me
like
lay this out. You have
even if you
Snorlax.
what is
Okay, you have Snorlax. They see Snorlax. Like they have like two special attackers. They have like Starmie Zapdos or something. I don't know. They're like,
okay.
okay, I want to just like hit the Lax because that's the threat. Meganium can't really do anything in this situation. You SD up while Lax protects. They do nothing that turn, and now you're kind of threatening to Starmie now.
Okay, how like what if they reflect turn one?
Why?
I feel like that's not a bad play for them to make
That's
against a
also
Snorlax.
that's also true. But this applies to like Iggy. I feel like Bug is mostly for like Iggy. But you can also like do it
Yeah,
versus
it's
Jinx.
true.
Like +2 versus Jinx. Probably does like 70 something. You have 80 attack or 80 something, 82 or something.
It's okay.
Bug
Oh,
does
wait a minute.
50
Wait
to
a minute.
Jinx.
Wait a minute.
Bug +2 Bug
Wait a
almost
minute.
Oko's Jinx. It's a 50% roll.
Okay, but they two-shot you and outspeed.
I mean, that's true, but like they're focusing on the Lax in this situation. Like they try to sleep Lax. You sleep Lax turn 1 versus Meganium Lax. You can't
That's
safeguard
true.
that, but if you protect SD, you can now bug Jinx. That
That's
is a
true.
safeguard. I don't know. Maybe you could run like SD bug growl protect or
But
synthesis.
then you don't have safeguard. But then you don't have safeguard.
That's true, but like in a lot of these situations, you can use
Okay.
safeguard to block this. I don't know.
Okay.
We're getting really off
I
track.
don't know. I feel like what is it doing outside of the lead slot?
Not much. Versus or versus.
I think I honestly think it's worse than Lapras for that reason.
I mean,
It's like Lapras, you can't lead with it, but like Lapras,
if you're a strong lead, that doesn't reduce your viability. Like even if you're useless
that's
outside of it,
true. That's true. But like,
you can still run it outside of that. I feel kind of
yeah.
maybe. Don't quote me on that one.
Like if you're SDing to boost HP bug though, I mean like
That was hypothetically.
it's just like the least threatening move ever to like anything that's not a psychic type.
But a lot of the meta is a psychic type.
That's true, but like what does Zapdos care if you're boosting up
Well,
in power
Zapdos can't
bug?
really touch you.
Oh, they can touch the other thing.
But the other thing is fucking Snorlax.
Yeah, but they chip it down.
Which is why they chip Snorlax down. But that's kind of I don't know. Can we ever run Leech Seed too?
Okay, Leech Seed is, like, might actually kind of be kind of good.
Leech Seed hits at end of turn, right? Like if they switch
It
into
hit,
it,
it
it
hits
hits.
it hits after they attack.
Uh,
It's the same as poison.
I wasn't sure on the mechanics. I know in RBY if they just switch in, it doesn't do anything. So I'm like, okay, I don't really want to use Leech
Yeah,
Seed that does that.
it could be good. It's a good click on like Snorlax.
That's true. Kinda. I don't know. I wouldn't run Leech Seed.
Yeah, it's
It's a passive. It's a passive move even on this.
yeah. I feel like this mon's just too passive. I think it should be B minus, honestly. But I think it can be.
Maybe
I would put it.
it's better. I feel like it's better than these guys though. Again, like
I
if it's B
mean,
minus, it's top.
okay, I can agree with that
Yeah.
because the safeguard to protect the safeguard and the growl to protect Curslax is really nice.
Moltres
Ooh,
is
Moltres. Ooh.
mediocre.
Mm, I mean, its good matchups are really good, and
What? Where are its good matchups?
well, it's going to have a good matchup when Celebi drops.
All
That's a
right.
very important matchup.
It'll have a good matchup if you time travel.
That's true.
If you, it has the passage of time working with it. But in the current day, this mon is not very good.
Um,
Its main thing is Leer plus EQ immune.
yeah, and it's like decently fat because like sure it's slower than Zapdos, but
Yeah,
like
it's good bulk. It's a
it's
legendary.
faster than everything that's like below Zapdos, and that's like a really nice speed tier to hit,
I thought it was 80.
especially because it's actually like bulky. Or like nothing really likes taking Fire Blast. Like there's not that many good
I mean, there's
like
waters
water
all
types.
over.
Or a lot of the time they're really. How often do teams have like more than one fire resist?
Well, I guess it's decently common. I feel like Aerobat plus water.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
that's true. Airbat plus water is kind of a thing, but like
or
yeah, it does a
Aerobat
really
plus
better
Moltres.
matchup.
But Moltres being the fire resist to its own moves. And it's like besides fire
And you know, you
blast.
do a
I don't know.
Fire Blast HP fighting is like good coverage too,
Yeah, I
because
agree.
like you hit Tar really well with that.
You again don't do a Kaotar, but
You don't do it. No, you definitely do. Moltres has good attack.
it does 49 max. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
I've
No, I
calced.
feel like
It's
it
like
does.
this shit does nothing. It has 100 attack. It has good attack. Tyranitar is just that bulky.
There's no way.
47 to
Yeah,
55. I was
it can two
off.
shot.
I thought it
I'm
did a
sure
little
they
less.
did one shot you, but like
Hmm.
they have to be careful because like they're slower. So if you have like two things that can outspeed and do good damage to Tar, like it's not even a factor.
I was mistaken in my damage roll. I feel like that's like one year. I don't know.
I'd say it's better than Lapras, just because
Maybe. I feel
it has more unique applications than Lapras. So I feel like Lapras a lot of the time you'd just rather be using another water. But Moltres is like the
I
best
don't
fire
know.
type.
I don't know if unique applications matter. If you're really good on a team structure, you're really good on a team structure. That should put you in the
That's
high tiers.
yeah, it's true. But I feel like being better on a wider variety of teams is better, just because there's no team preview. So like revealing a certain mon that's good on a wider range of structures reveals less about your team.
The meta isn't really that developed yet. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
if you see like Tauros, you can probably guess physical offense, but
Yeah.
Porygon 2. That's like
Honestly,
B minus probably.
I think it's better than Umbreon.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe better than Steelix.
Maybe. I feel like these guys are kind of equal.
Yeah,
This guy,
I'd say below Raikou is fine though.
this guy is very passive. It just cooks double edge.
Yeah, but like, it's decent damage.
Let's comment on Terra Ghost.
Terra Ghost is really funny.
It's funny.
I'll give it that. It's very funny.
Nightmare,
But like, if they just have a crunch T-tar, you're just
nightmare conversion,
donezo.
conversion, conversion one. Double edge,
Yeah, what do you
recover
run?
slash protect. Probably
You
recover.
definitely run a cover on
Yeah,
that.
you run recover.
Like,
I
yeah,
feel like you
it's
actually
actually
run
kind
a
of it's
better
actually
set.
hard to
But
kill. I feel like
his,
it's like yeah, you run a
this
better
guy's main
set.
claim to fame is a beep set.
I feel like it's decent just with like some attacks and like
Well, like ice beam. No, ice beam doesn't do anything.
Ice Beam is good.
I've
Ice
seen
Beam, I
it.
think it doesn't it two shot Zapdos?
I've seen ice beam, but like, what does it do?
Doesn't it two shot Zapdos with Ice Beam?
Already.
I swear it does.
Okay.
Like it at least has pretty
It
good.
does
No,
40
okay,
to 47.
okay, it does a two shot, but
And
that's still
double
good damage.
it double edge is also a
And
3
they can't,
though.
and they can't, and they can't like threaten you that much in return.
I mean, I feel like you just double edge it 3 times instead of ice beaming it 3 times.
Yeah, but the double edge is recoil, so it hurts your longevity.
I guess, but it's like I wouldn't
And I will say
I wouldn't run
this.
ice beam for that specific situation unless I had nothing better
Well,
to
it's
run.
good. It's good against Marowak because you know you outspeed them.
That's true, I guess.
They can't kill you, and you just kind of two shot them.
Yeah, it does 2k up Marowak.
Honestly, I feel like in terms of like what's actually good at using Thunder Wave, I feel like Porygon 2 is definitely one of the things that
I'm
can.
not running Thunder Wave. I just run a
Yeah, I
better
guess.
move, a better team. Maybe
Yeah, Thunder Wave isn't.
it has a
Thunder Wave is much more specific, but I think if you want a Thunder Wave Mon, P2 is one of the better ones.
I guess it has a
'Cause
niche.
it doesn't really guide anything,
It has a niche on the niche team structure.
and it is also good on like. It's just kind of good at like throwing out attacks because like nothing switches into it very well.
Okay, but you can
If
do
you
that
run
with
like
Tauros.
yeah, but Tauros
Or you can do
dies.
that with Kangaskhan.
Yeah, but Kangaskhan is like a little bulkier, but like P2,
But P2 also has
like
a bad attack.
you can like recover. You can like recover. Yeah, but that's good special attack, and you're running special moves on it.
What, Ice Beam? What,
Ice
Power?
Beam. You could do Bolt Beam on it. To be honest,
Gold?
threaten waters.
I don't, I think Double Edge is the same amount. It's like, you have Double Edge and moves that do the same damage as Double Edge.
I guess that's true.
It's like versus what? Starmie, I guess. Yeah, it's like, it's a 2-account Starmie, I guess. I don't know. It's not a
Yeah,
great
it does like
Pokemon.
it does like decent damage to a lot of things, and like nothing is very immediately threatening to it. So it can get moves off. Like it, and like honestly, like pairing it with like screens and using recover on it,
But then you're just
I could
like
see it being really.
passive.
Yeah, but you're throwing attacks out in the process,
I don't know.
but they're
I don't see it.
yeah, it's definitely B minus. It can put in a lot of work though.
Oh my god, Scizor goes in S tier.
Um, I'm not a Scizor believer.
We're just like putting up B minus right now.
It's like C plus.
Better than Clefable, I feel.
I guess it's better than Clefable.
It can SD pass. It's the best SD passer.
It is the best SD passer,
I feel like that puts it
but like
B minus.
I don't know, but like SD pass is just not very reliable. Cause like, what if they just screech? What if they screech you?
Even
Then you're
if you
baton passing
screech,
-2.
even if you screech, like Missy, for example. Missy screeches you. Okay, it still can't like you go into your Aerodactyl. That Aerodactyl's still threatening at -2 defense.
Yeah, it is.
Like the -2 defense
Like
does not save your Zapdos from hitting 100% to 0.
that's true. That's true. It just makes it a lot. It just makes it a lot less easier to answer, basically.
It's hard to pass. I don't know. It's special. It's especially not very bulky.
Yeah,
Not even
it does
super
just kind of.
bulky either.
It does resist normal, so it's not like they can just like explode on you.
Yeah, but
But I feel like
it still can. It takes like 40, 50.
yeah, but you usually don't want to use explosion just to do 50 to something.
That's true. But it has good attack. It has bug, HP bug. That's like good mono coverage. Decent.
It is, yeah. It can be hard to wall. I mean, like Zapdos walls it, and they can just T-bolt you.
The like SD agility pass sets are like bad. You run one
Yeah,
or the other, and I feel like the better one is by far SD.
I think Agilipass to SD whack is like a thing that's viable.
Maybe. I don't know. There's
Because
not
like
much to say about
just because like if you think of the fact that a lot of time they're switching to Zapdos against Scizor a lot of the time,
Are they?
you agility on that, and then you can Baton Pass as they're going to Thunderbolt,
I mean, are they
or
gonna
it's like a mind.
Thunderbolt Raw into a Scizor?
I mean, I guess not, but like, what do they? If they hidden power you and you stay,
I've even used Roar Zapdos, and that
honestly,
blows
Roar
up.
Zapdos, I can see Roar Zapdos just being a nice anti-bullshit thing
There's just a lot of things that
against
stop this mono
against
coverage.
Curslax. Yeah, it's. I mean, like Baton Pass in singles, it's very matchup dependent.
Yeah, it's great when it works, but if it doesn't work,
It's it's
you're
it's
using
not very reliable.
you're using Scizor with one move set.
And if they have Moltres, you're just fucked. Or Fire Blast Guitar.
Yeah, or you can dodge.
You can dodge. That has happened to me, and then I just got fucked.
Pretty sure I've lived on one and then swapped with it. I, don't- I think
Yeah,
T-Tars.
you can do some stupid endure reversal stuff too.
Oh, that's Scyther's thing.
That is either thing.
Yeah,
Smeargle.
this guy sucks. This guy's terrible.
It does kind of suck.
I feel like this guy's like
But
worse than fucking Dom fan.
no.
Are you sure? Was
I think it's worthy of C tier.
okay? Maybe Destiny Bond. I feel that mine was so broken.
Like
Kinda. I don't know.
it's like Destiny, but it is a lot. It is like slower than.
It's slow as fuck.
But the thing is, if they want to kill it turn one, they have to double target,
Okay, but you're using a
and that gives
bomb,
your other.
and it doesn't actually really do anything. Like the only thing you threaten is Spore into the metagame with a whole Miracle Berries.
It is Super Fang. Super Fang is actually pretty good
Super Fang
because
is
like
good. I actually didn't think about that.
most things can't do 50% to like very many things.
Yeah, Super Fang.
If you really think about it,
But
I
you're
really
using
like Super Fang.
Smeargle.
If you are using Smeargle, and like
I'd rather use like Eradicate at that point. What, Spore, Super Fang, Destiny Bond?
Destiny Bond, Icy Wind,
I don't like.
and the idea is that like you can get okay, but if you get Icy Wind off, then you can Destiny Bond the next turn, and if they attack you, then they're fucked.
Why aren't you using like Gengar then?
Well, Gengar doesn't get Spore.
Spore's not even a good move.
I mean, you can sleep Elite Lax.
Unless they're paired with Meganium, who's faster.
Okay, but like,
Or they're paired with any safeguard user. Or they're just Miracle Berry. Or they
but if they're
switch
paired
out.
but if they're paired with Meganium, then you can just click Super Fang, and then you've done 50% to them on turn one before they set up a single curse.
Maybe. But you you don't do good into other leads.
It's
Like,
good into lead lax and it's good into lead tar.
the most value you get is super fang. That's like, if they just ignore Spear Goal and target your teammate, what are you gonna do about that?
Well, then you're clicking Spore.
But that's not like value, and you can only do that once. Like that's a valueless turn on turn one.
I guess I can justify C tier. I wouldn't argue for any higher than C tier, but
Yeah.
I think there's merit to using it.
Maybe merit, maybe a little bit. Tauros
All right,
is
Tauros. This guy's
that's
not
better.
even that good, I'll be honest. It's like B.
It's better than Espeon. I feel
Really? I feel
it's
like it just
good. I feel like
I feel like it just
double edge EQ Leer. I feel like you have to
I
run
feel like
EQ.
I feel like it just dies too quickly.
Does it really die? I mean, it's pretty bulky. It's not. I mean,
Yeah, but you take so much double edge recoil because you have low base HP. It only has 75.
yeah, but you do a lot of damage, and you support
Like
your
I mean,
teammate.
it's like decent damage, but
Uh, I've definitely liked it less and less.
I would say it's I would say it's B tier, but like above Meganium. No, wait, no. Sorry, above Moltres. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if it's above Moltres.
I actually think it's full of trades. I'm thinking about it, like, as
Yeah.
offense has evolved, you just gravitate towards mons that are better than Tauros at doing their job.
Yeah. I think Crobat and Tauros is like a poor man's Aerobat.
Right, Tauros sucks.
Yeah.
It's like if Aerodactyl couldn't Oko anything.
Yeah, and if it also wasn't faster than literally everything.
Uh, no, you can't Earthquake with it. You can't Leer Earthquake. I feel like that if you want to use Leer, it has to be a ground immune, like Moltres or Skarmory.
Yeah. I definitely agree.
Tentacruel
Tentacruel, another
has
Screech guy.
a bit of merit. Bit of merit.
It's I think that's a good spot for it.
That's a good spot. It has Screech.
Decent roll
It's
compression,
a water type with Screech.
Screech, and water type.
Yep.
It
That's
sucks that it's a poison type though.
that's all we're gonna say about it.
Well, I mean it has some you can mirror coat, I guess.
Suicune would do that too.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just water type with Screech.
Um
Water. It's the Screech
yeah, it's
water
just a
type.
water type with Screech. It's a Screech water type. And you have like Sludge Bomb if you want to like Screech and then follow it up with Sludge Bomb. And the one base 100 speed is good.
Yep.
But
I would
speaking of
not
a
run
base
Sludge Bomb.
100 base speaking of a base 100 speed mon that is not good,
Type.
if Typhlosion, this thing does literally nothing, is useless. Honestly, I would put Typhlosion in G tier.
I have not even considered this mod at all. Oh wow, this mod's move pool is it has
When we get to doubles UU, I think Typhlosion might be able to cook something.
might be able
Maybe,
to rise to D tier.
maybe, but
Yeah. Okay.
no, Typhlosion's not cooking.
Ursaring.
Her. Ursaring's better than Typhlosion. I
Ursaring's
thought about using
terrible.
Ursaring, but then I saw
Why?
it doesn't even learn double edge.
It doesn't learn. Okay. You saying
So
that's better than
like,
Typhlosion? Can't even run. Okay, it gets counter actually. Sure. Better than Typhlosion.
yeah,
I don't even know what to say about this mod. Let's move on to like Venusaur or something.
Venusaur. It's like bad Meganium.
It's like Meganium, but it doesn't resist ground and it doesn't learn any of the good moves.
And it's weak to Psychic.
Yeah. Sure, it has
And
sleep
it
powder.
gets, but it gets sleep is soy.
True. Let's just move on to Aerodactyl.
Okay.
I think this is number three.
Honestly,
Number three.
arrow number 3 is spicy.
Okay, it's Aerobat. I mean, let's just bring in fucking Crobat. These are the same mod. Aerobat. This is this is such a good lead.
It is such a good lead.
There's there's no counter. Like you never just outright
Yeah, like
lose.
when even when you know it's coming, it's like so hard to
It's
counter
like you know what's coming.
unless
Okay, you still gotta.
unless you bring fucking Pilus wine.
I feel like you don't even be. I feel like you don't even lose this Pyros one. But I'm not talking about Pylos. What does this one even do? Even if you.
Okay, just Stealth Croc runs it against me and it like beats Aerobat though. Like you can't
Are you
do that
sure you're
much
playing
damage
that
to it,
matchup right?
and it just ice beams your guys.
I don't know. It has like 60s. I'm not. Pilot slot. That's just an MU fish. A really, really specific one. I don't even know if it beats it, but like. Screech Crobat
Okay.
into Oko.
I don't know if I would
Half
put
into.
Aerodactyl at numbers. I mean, maybe
It's,
Aerodactyl's really fucking good.
it's really, really good.
Like even outside of Airbout weeds, like an
I'm not gonna
Aerodactyl in
say
the
that.
back
I'm not
can
gonna
just
say Arrow
like
in the Bat is good. I don't know. It's only good.
I like
It's only
I
this
like it.
strong with Crobat. There's no other supporting
No,
mod
I
that does
like
nearly as good as Crobat in this slot.
no, I like Arrow in the back, honestly.
I don't like it. I've tried it.
Like
It's just
I haven't
not good.
like you revenge stuff.
I mean,
I'm like nothing outspeeds you. You aren't threatened by lax.
if you couldn't put it in the lead slot, it'd be like B maybe. It's like the Crobat just going from Tuakeo to Oko. Nothing can. Nothing is more valuable than that. There's nothing. There's no. This. These two are like married. This is a married couple.
That's true. They are kind of married. I don't think Crobat should be that high. I don't think Crobat should be as high though, because it's not self-sufficient.
Are you? I mean, you could definitely run Crobat. Like, just it's a fast creature immune to Earthquake.
It's a fast creature immune to Earthquake, but like
I feel like even when
if you
Arrow dies,
if you want to run special attackers on your team,
even when
which most of the
you
time you
just run it
do,
on physical offense, even when Arrow dies, it does. You've seen. I feel like you've watched games. Have you watched games of mine where it's just like Arrow dies, Crobat stays alive for like 15 turns behind a substitute and just screeches over and over and over.
I mean, I have seen those games. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like
Even when Arrow dies, it still has merit. I feel like you wouldn't
just
really run it on its own, or it's like a very, it's a more niche Pokemon on its own, obviously, because they're married. But it doesn't
I
really
feel like
matter.
I can't justify having them this high on the list if they like need each other. Like, sure, you would always run them with each other.
Well, they don't
I feel
really
like
need each other. I mean, Aerodactyl always dies first, so it doesn't really matter if it needs Crobat that much. Or it's like, I don't know, Crobat always does something which allows Aerodactyl to put in a lot of work. You can't really prevent that. Unless you just dodge Screech or something.
yeah, that's I think that's the main thing that holds Crobat back is Screech accuracy. Like if it doesn't get Screech off, it just sucks.
But you will eventually. And it's like Snorlax Crobat is good too.
That is true.
Marrow Crobat. Anything Crobat. Nido Crobat.
It has no defensive utility outside the Earthquake community though.
It's, it's 85, 80, 80.
Mm,
It lives things. It lives like T-Bolt and stuff. That's good enough.
barely.
Doesn't need to live on
I
any
think
more than like
I think T-Tar is better
than
than
both,
Crobat.
or just
Than
specifically Crobat.
Crobat. Specifically Crobat.
Are you? I don't know why you split these apart.
Well, I guess that's true.
Like if you're
I don't really
running
think.
both of them on the same team and they're gonna be both just as successful, right?
Yeah,
There's no mon you're gonna replace for Crobat.
that is true. I think Aerodactyl is definitely the better of the two.
I think I think Crobat's a better. Aerodactyl in the back is just like so non-threatening.
Okay, well then why is Arrow your number three? If you think Crobat's better, huh?
I didn't really. I because Aerodactyl was first on the list, and I pulled Crobat next to it. I feel like
Honestly,
I don't know. They're never separated.
I could see there being teams or like maybe you don't want to use an Aerobat lead for whatever reason, but you have Air in the back.
I don't know.
Because like
I mean, very rarely.
Aerodactyl, then being able to like do 50% to Zapdos and
You have to run
outspeed it,
Hard Stone, which I think is a
you
lot
have to
less
run
valuable
Hardstone.
if you don't have Screech.
Yeah, I'm fine with this placement, I
They're
suppose.
good mods. They're great mods.
I guess
Like
when I
they're
really
really
think
solid
about it,
mods.
it's like
I think it's the best lead in the game.
it is the best lead.
And
It
then,
might even be kind of it might even be kind of problematic if we're being honest.
are we really gonna say it's problematic?
Maybe.
I feel like you just like
Because like
it's really hard
I
to.
feel like if the meta starts devolving into like Aerobat lead matchup speed tying, then it might need to be looked at.
I mean, you can counterplay that stuff. I
You
feel
can, but like
there's a lot of other or a lot of leads that like go 50-50. You kind of have to like
yeah,
I don't know sacrifice some other
it is.
like Vapolax. I feel like does good into this,
Yeah, for sure.
but I feel like they just completely just push Zapdos out, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
Like loading Zapdos lead into these two guys, and I'm like, oh man.
Yeah,
Especially
you
like
need to have.
Zapdos Lax. Remember when that was a thing? No, that's gone.
Yeah, that is gone.
Onto Ampharos. This is
C plus.
C plus. Yeah. It has like Cotton Spore
Cotton Spore Screech
and
is
Screech.
nice.
Cotton
I
Spore
like
Screech.
it. Good Zapdos check too.
Yeah, it's pretty bulky, kind of bulky. Yeah.
That is like basically the same stats as Raikou minus the speed.
Cotton Spore can miss.
Yeah, Cotton Spore's not perfect, but
Why is
like
Cotton? I guess it pairs with Screech accuracy. It's the same as Screech, but huh. I didn't know that. When did this get changed? It got changed in Gen 5, huh?
yeah,
It's
definitely a usable mon.
definitely a mod.
Arcanine has fallen off completely. Arcanine does not exist in the Arrow meta.
Well, you don't run it.
I don't.
Okay, it arrow doesn't like impact the back meta. I feel like as long as you don't have like 6 arrow weeks, but it's like these guys are dying, and then you can just send an arrow in. I don't think an arrow in the back doesn't even like do great into Arcanine. What does it actually? It does.
Arcanine is nothing to hit Arrow with. It resists fire. It resists extreme speed.
Pretty. I know. I've ran Curse. It is less bulky than Zapdos.
I think Arcanine's C plus.
Yeah. I wouldn't run
Like
this
it can be like
anymore. I feel like it's
it's
probably
just not.
it's
Maybe even C.
overused.
I feel like it has less use than the four fellas in C plus tier right now.
Honestly,
But
yeah.
maybe
I have
it
plenty
can
of
be top of C.
uh,
I think it's better than Kanga. What the fuck is that green thing?
I haven't even looked at this thing's move pool. Does it get like strength sap?
Wait.
Wow.
String,
Yep.
string stop in Gen 2, sir, sure.
Yeah. All right.
Blastoise
This
don't even.
guy's
Yeah.
completely useless.
Blastoise is just nothing.
There's no reason to ever use this.
Yeah.
It has nothing over every other water, right? Like every other
Yeah.
water has like Miracle, Screech, Lovely Kiss. This guy,
Yeah, this has nothing.
this guy has nothing.
He has Zap Cannon.
Is there no other Zapkin in water?
Well, Starmie. I think Starmie learns it.
Starmie and Lapras
Shit. Wow.
and Lantern.
And
And
Lantern.
Lantern.
And Lantern gets
And even
stab on it.
fucking slow, bro. Like, okay, this guy is nothing.
Okay, but you're not using the slow guys.
This isn't even a fully evolved Mon. Get
Yeah,
out of here.
chance you shouldn't even be ranked. How do all those guys get to the bottom?
All the NFEs?
No, no. Look at the bottom. There's Dragonite and
Oh,
everyone.
oh, cause uh,
Oh right, because he reset it from earlier.
yeah, I guess that puts that the
Should
bottom.
we should rank those guys because they're like actual Pokemon. A lot of them.
Should we rank them right now? Or
Yeah.
okay, yeah. There's like a few real ones. Dragonite is. I think
Dragonite's okay.
it's like next to
It's a flying type with Leer.
It's a flying type with Leer.
I'd put it below Moltres. Yeah, I think that's fine.
I,
At extreme speed is actually nice.
and you compare it with
Off
Mimic
its attack
Lax.
stat. That's not real, but yeah. And also like HP. If you run you could run. It has the same. It has the same upside of Tyranitar where you can fit whatever kind of coverage your team needs.
I feel like if it had like Earthquake or something, it'd be a lot better.
Unfortunately, it doesn't get Earthquake in this gen.
Yeah, it just doesn't really get physical moves.
Yeah,
And
but like HP Fly, it has the same attack as Tyranitar.
yeah, but
So HP Fly
Fly
is
is
doing
like
the
worse
same.
than Bug.
Flying isn't as good of a flying isn't as good of a offensive type, but like to neutral targets, HP Fly does the same damage as Tyranitar's HP Bug. So for whatever that's worth.
I mean HP Rock, but I feel like you just run HP Bug.
I mean, yeah, sorry, HP. Yeah, I
On
mean,
D-Knight, obviously, not on Tyranitar.
yeah, I could see HP
I
Bug.
don't think this Mon's very good. It's weak. It has a lot. Uh, I don't like D-Knight. It's weak. It's a weak Mon. I have run like Hydro Pump to hit like Marowak.
Okay, but like it has really good defensive synergy with like the waters.
Does it? Does it? It's the
Because like
water
the
is
water
what
switching,
Zapdos.
I mean, sure. I mean, they both kind of lose to Zapdos, you're right, but you know, you're gonna switch in Wax. They have that if they send in Zapdos.
It's kind of hard to switch in lags like raw sometimes like that.
That's true. Like,
I feel like I want
okay, I
Mons
guess,
that do things without having to switch out.
yeah. I get move it below Tauros.
I don't even think it's above Lapras.
Yeah, but I still think definitely
I could
like B tier
very
though.
justify B minus. Maybe.
I think it's definitely B tier.
I think below
Just because like
Meganium.
really, like, Dragonite also learns Safeguard, mind you.
Does it?
Yeah,
Huh. I actually didn't know that.
it's like that's an option.
I feel like all the Mon. I feel like when I don't know a move, it's because I've thought of a very good reason not to run it though.
Oh, Kangaskhan gets Safeguard. Holy shit.
I feel
And
like
Moltres?
the
Oh,
the thing
and
with
Tentacruel?
do you stream? Does it stream me going into the builder every time? Can you see that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it does.
I didn't really think about that, but that's funny. I feel
That could
like
be part of the video.
with safeguard, I don't think it shows in OBS. Oh, it does show in OBS too. Well, um, I feel like with safeguard, you have to run like growl and stuff. Like if you're running Curselax, which is the main reason to run safeguard, to stop Curselax getting slept. You have to
That's
run
true. But
others.
Dragonite is a flying type, which means you can use Earthquake with it very easily while using Safeguard.
But it's not great at supporting. You have to keep Lax on the field for a long time to actually make Curse worth it.
Yeah.
And D-Knight, I feel like, does not accomplish that mission. While Meganium does.
He's
So Safeguard isn't really
Yeah, I guess
relevant
it's not as good as an ace of a safeguard use, but like it has decent damage output to be honest.
It's like
Like
alright.
the E speed is nice.
The E-Speed is so weak. Like Dragonite into Zapdos, what, like 15?
It's just more than 15.
I think it's like 20 to 24. It's like,
Yeah, but
that's
it can pick stuff off for sure.
sure. I feel I mean, it has
Like remember your example of like
1 HP
if a
Crobat.
Crobat lives as 1 HP Crobat and it does stuff like Dragonite can beat that. I think it's worthy of B's here.
I see it. I see the beat.
The ground immunity really helps it.
Yeah, the ground immunity is what saves it.
Yeah. I bet.
Alakazam.
Zam. This guy's
I think it's right here.
he's kind of fallen. Yeah. I feel like it's still above Tar. I feel like it's still above Tar.
Maybe. I don't like using this mod. It has no bulk. And
That's true.
why would I? Okay, what's the reason to use this mod?
It's especially good on boom structures because Encore really forces the issue a lot of the time
Yeah,
when you
but
threaten that move.
I've actually haven't even been using Boom that much.
Yeah, boom is definitely not as good with Aerobat.
I mean, I haven't even been
With the
running
rise of
Aerobat.
Aerobat.
It's like I have like barely any teams on this PC, and I want to like look at my teams and see like what I've been running, but I don't have any of them. It's like with Boom, you have to risk a lot.
You do, but like even like if you go, how often are they actually going to click double protect? I mean, people never click double protect.
Definitely click double protect. But it's like you don't really have to click double protect to get a good trade.
Yeah, but the thing is, even if they go 1-for-1 on you, right? If you bring in Alakazam, first of all, it's a free switch, basically. And second of all, you're threatening to use Encore on the Protect Mon, and that makes like that just lets you, force the issue.
I feel like that's not
It's really
actually very threatening. Like, worst case, they Encore you into Protect, and then you can just switch out. But they can also just Encore into a switch out, and then they're in a bad position.
That's
That's
true.
a bad turn for them. It's not actually like a super threatening move, versus just like.
Yeah, but the thing is, with the threat of that,
Psychic game.
they're either going to Encore them into Protect, or they're going to switch out. But either way, it's basically guaranteeing that Mon is not going to attack that turn.
I have very well attacked into just Alakazam. When I know they cannot afford to encore, or they just lose their Zam. Or when I know that Zam has to attack into my other Mon to
That's
not
true.
lose.
That's true.
There's a lot of ways to get around encore.
There are definitely a lot of ways to get around Encore, but you don't always have those options when it comes onto the field.
I feel like most of the time you have like good plays. It's not a super powerful. It's not like a crazy super strong move. It's like,
Yeah. You have to respect it though, for sure.
I like psychic.
Like
I
it's
like
not even
dark.
just good against. Yeah.
I like HP dark. HP dark is very good. You hit, Starmie. You hit Espeon, Jinx. You hit other Zam. I feel like you can also run grass for Starmie and Titar.
Yeah, it's true.
But I feel like you can't run like Mono Psychic. That's too passive.
Yeah, Mono-Psychic is kind of easy to wall, but Zam also gets screens,
You can run screens. But then it's like,
and
you have to drop Encore.
it is yeah, but like even if you don't, when you haven't revealed any moves yet, they have to respect Encore no matter
You
what.
do have to respect Encore. I feel like I could put this A minus.
Yeah, above Vaporeon though.
I
Uh,
Vaporeon refuses.
I feel like with the rise of Airbat, like Alakazam's speed also doesn't feel as good anymore.
Yeah.
Because like,
I mean, that's not too relevant because you never lead Zam. I feel like Zam leads are weak. Because when you lead Mons, you want to look for like generally good Mons, and Zam is not a generally good Mon. It's very frail. It's not super offensively threatening, and it doesn't really hit
you know,
anything super
most
effectively.
most it can do is like the
Oh,
thing about Zam that I think makes it usable as a lead is the encore pressure really not making your opponent want to use status moves.
that I feel like you don't really do status moves into like a. Okay, like what are you pairing it with in this situation here?
Mm, I'd say most commonly an explosion mon.
I feel like that is the best case. But I think I've played versus you like leading that a few times, but I feel like it's easy to protect one Mon and hit Zam.
That is true, but like then you have to worry about if they're gonna encore you or if you should switch.
It's like a lot of cases you can also just like I don't know, you can maybe get away with just like not protecting. Like there's cases where you can just take the boom and get other values such as setup or screens.
Yeah, that's true.
And
But like then Zam can encore your screen.
that's yeah, it's like
And if you're taking the boom in the process, then you have to like if you're switching out, then you have really low health when you switch in later. So it's like honestly, I think A minus is fine for Zam. It's honestly
and
kind of reflective of its place in the meta right now. Still very strong, very splashable,
those
still
leads
provides a
also
lot of great utility.
those leads also invite in Missy
That is true.
or Titar even because you boom
That is
plus
true.
psychic mod. That's, that's it's still a good mod.
It's
Blissey,
still very good. Blissey.
Blissey, B
Um,
minus,
yeah, better than Umbreon.
better than Brian.
Maybe better than Steelix too, to be honest.
I feel like we said the same thing about P2.
Yeah, Blissey is kind of like the same as P2, minus
It
the
has
ability to
growl.
use physical attacks.
It has growl,
Okay,
and I
maybe it
like
is better
growl.
than P2 for that.
It's just a special
Honestly,
role.
maybe it should just be B tier, like straight
Are you
up.
sure?
because like it can function as like a win condition sometimes. Not with like setup, but like
I feel like special attackers are like, I don't know. There's a lot of special attackers in this tier list high up, but I feel like physical mons are very strong compared to them because they
yeah,
have
that's
the
true.
ability to be supported with Leer and Screech, while special attackers are out of luck, and they're also bad into lax comparatively.
Yeah, I think Blissy's better than P2.
I also, I,
They have very similar move
I think you
pools.
could say better than
Yeah,
Raikou.
I think yeah, better than Raikou too. Honestly, yeah,
I don't think
I
it's
think
better than
that's a
Scar.
fine place. Scar and Bliss, they belong together.
Scar Bliss. Didn't even think about that. I feel like Growl. I've actually like ran Blissey without soft boiled before. I
Yeah,
think it was pretty good.
I think to like Growl, Ice Beam, Protect, and then
Could just run
you
T-Bolt.
can really run whatever in the last
I
slot.
think you have to run T-Bolt.
I don't think it's that bad for Blissey to be walled by water types.
I.
Because like water types can't do anything to Blissey.
Are you running like Reflect? Light Screen?
Yeah, you can run it. You can do a screen, or you can do like,
Screen,
or you can
Growl,
just do
Blissey?
soft boiled.
You could do soft boiled. I don't really like soft boiled. In general. Like, even on like P2 Recover or
Yeah, I mean
Synthesis
it's
Game.
kind of
You don't get a lot out of the turn. It's a big
that's
investment.
true. It's basically like to punish protects exclusively.
Yeah. I could see that. But there's not a lot of reason to protect versus Blissey.
That's true.
In fact, you're just giving it more chip heal. So
I think that's a fine spot for it. There's not much else to say about Blissey.
it is a fine spot. Clayster is bad.
Cloister.
I don't like this mod at all.
Yeah,
It's like
it's
someone
not great.
better than I feel like this is a hot
Yeah,
take.
I think that's about
I
right.
haven't actually seen Cloister in like forever.
Honestly, I would I would say maybe even just straight up C tier. Actually,
Honestly?
no.
Oh.
No, I think that's fine because Glacier gets better the more physical offense there is, if you think about it. Like it is weak to rock, but like
I guess. But it's like it's a water that's not a water.
yeah, it's more of an ice type than a water type.
You you don't actually have a water move besides Surf or HP water, God forbid.
Yeah.
It's like
Like
I think Spikes is moderately
s-
useful.
spikes are like okay sometimes. They can help with some damage rolls and punish like defensive switches.
Yeah,
And like, boom is always good.
Boom is good, but it's like your special bulk. Um, you know,
It doesn't exist.
yeah, worst in the game, worst on this tier list so far. I think
Yeah.
maybe next to Smeargle.
Except for Smeargle, yeah.
Smeargle's like, Smeargle is better
Actually,
bulk.
Smeargle's better special bug than Cloyster. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Who would have guessed? And it has a better typing for taking special hits. Well, Cloyster has some good resists.
Clayster.
Resisting water
It's
and
not even
ice.
that physically bulky because it has bad HP. It's like when I look at reasons to use this mod, why would I use it? I
You
think,
can switch it in on ice moves or water or sometimes water moves
but you can't
or like
really.
physical attackers and like
What ice moves are being
you
thrown
can
out? But
explode.
like, you can't
Plenty
switch
of
it out
stuff.
Zapdos, obviously.
Ice
But
is great coverage in this tier.
yeah, but there's not a lot of mods actually using it, or at least mods that don't just like blow you up instantly like electrics.
I guess that's true.
It's like water moves you don't actually take, really. Like Starmie, Hydro Pump. Let's just say you take in what 35. 33 to
Yeah,
39.
that's like what most things take from like a neutral hit from it.
Yeah, like it's not good. The special defense is very exploitable. You don't get water stab, and
Yeah, you can pair it with light screen though, and then it's like okay.
it's like, okay, it just dies to like Zapdos Thunderbolt.
Yeah, it does straight up die to Zapdos Thunderbolt. I know that.
Ouch.
But like they have to worry about explosion, and you can get up spikes.
Yeah, but you actually have to be in a position to explode, and if you're running spikes, you can't run like you're gonna be running Ice Beam, Spikes, Explosion.
I
Protect.
think yeah, Ice Beam Spikes Explosion is
It's like it's just not.
mm,
It's not great.
it's whatever.
It's not a great mod. I feel like you could put it lower than this, but I don't know.
I think it's fine there.
You know what? Let me go on. Let me say it. Let me say it. Gligar is a usable mod.
Gligar is definitely usable.
It is a ground type. It's a flying type. That's also a ground
It's
type.
electric and ground immune is actually
Yeah,
like crazy.
that is very good combination. That's such a crazy combination. Unfortunately, it's attached to Gligar, but
And it gets Screech.
it's like yeah, combine with Screech when you're ground immune, and you can also just like EQ yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like this is better than these other shit mons, which I would never begin to use.
Yeah.
It's like Gligar. It's
Gligar
not good.
Gligar has yeah, it's not good, but like I like most electric types are just using HP Ice anyways. So
But
like
like if you match up versus like HP Fire or something, HP Water even, where you don't just
yeah,
instantly explode.
you can take those.
I want to see how much HP Water actually does to Gligar. It only does 50.
Okay. Yeah. Not bad.
And you can run leftover, so it doesn't actually do a KO.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy, I don't like this guy.
You don't like dude. I feel like I feel like you can't disrespect Eggy.
Okay, why would you use Eggy? It has Boom.
It
It's
has
a psychic,
explosion and it has sleep.
but you
And it has
can't
really good
really
special
use
attack.
both. Because then you're just mono psychic. That's not a great. That's not a good. That's not a good mono coverage type at all.
I mean, sure, but like the stuff that
And it's like
psychic explosion doesn't help complement psychic, but psychic helps complement explosion because it hits Gengar, if that makes sense. It's
it's
kind of
it's like if you actually look at this mon's moves, it's
it definitely has really bad four move slot syndrome.
it doesn't even have
Or
good
I guess
moves.
three move slot syndrome in the
It's
case of
like
this meta.
where's your coverage? You just have HP, and it's like HP Dark is all right, or Giga
I
Drain.
like Giga Drain
I don't like
sometimes.
Giga Drain. It's too weak.
I mean, it's not that bad with
If you
stab, and
don't,
sometimes the healing is nice.
you're not even bulky, and you're 4 times weak to bug.
Is it physically bulky? I mean, the four times weakness to bug is fine, but like,
I
I
feel
mean,
like
it's not fine, but like,
yeah, that like really limits.
there are no bug moves besides HP bug. So like,
I mean, Mega Horn.
okay, but Heracross is terrible.
It's like it that bug weakness really puts it like down versus Crobat. It's like which would otherwise be like a good option into, but then you just get to a KO. It's like you think this is a good option into Aerobat, but it's not because of that 4 times bug weakness.
I feel like I don't think it has to be at least A minus.
A minus. I feel like it's next to Jinx.
No, it's better than Jinx,
Better than
definitely.
A plus maybe.
No, I think
It's not. It's not any better than Starmie for sure.
I think it's the best explosion mon besides Snorlax, which is worth a lot, really.
I don't think explosion is like super crazy.
There are plenty of games that you win just from getting a good explosion, though.
I feel like you can play around that, or your
Like you just
opponent
beat
will.
like I mean your opponent can, but like there's ways to a lot of the time, even when they make the counterplay, it's not even that bad for you. Because
So
I mean explosion it's basically like a switch move.
I don't like using mediocre mods to just boom.
I mean Executor is more than a mediocre mon because like its psychics do good damage.
It's that's all it has.
It's also all it really needs.
I don't
Because like nothing there's almost nothing that wants to take psychic and explosion. Like sure there's T-Tar, but like you can have Giga Drain with that, even though you're slower. It's not that bad.
it's like, Zam can always like encore you into psychic too. You're threatened offensively by a lot. Like
Yeah,
looking,
but it's like we said, grass is a really good typing to have too.
yeah, but it's like psychic. I don't know. Psychic makes it worse. Definitely
It makes it
worse.
a little worse. Like I don't know. Eggy always brings value when I put it on teams.
I don't know. I don't like using it.
Like a lot of
It just
value.
doesn't really feel like it fulfills a good role.
It's an exploder.
I don't know.
You're you have to respect both explosion and sleep if it comes in against your Snorlax.
That's perhaps true.
Like if you switch out expecting sleep powder and it uses up the berry, you have to worry about it using sleep powder again then.
I don't like sleep powder, but I mean it's also
Like it
75%
has
accurate, so it's like
it
barely
is, yeah, but like
bit above a
it has it has
50-50.
it has 125 special attack psychics, which like you cannot ignore.
I mean, I don't like Monozam. I don't think Iggy's much better in that regard.
I think it has to be A minus because like just the power of explosion alone. You can exploding wax is really good. Yeah, so while I have plenty of teams where wax is my only exploder, but exploding an executor is a lot less of a commitment than exploding your wax, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Which is why I feel like
I can put it here.
I think that's where it belongs. If we're
Definitely
like,
not above Starmie.
yeah, I would honestly put it higher, but I think to compromise, we can have it there.
I mean, where would you put it here? Like free reign.
I would put it above. I would put it right below Zam.
Yeah, I figured. I don't I don't like Iggy.
I love it.
Where
That's
is
just me though.
Misdreavus?
Where
Oh, it's
is?
in the bottom.
Oh, it's down there. My
I just
beloved.
wanted to talk about this mod specifically. It's what, like A minus? B plus?
I think it's top of B plus.
I think it's better than Eggy still. But I think this is a good spot. It's like
I think Missy is kind of matchup dependent.
it has a horrible atrocious stat spread. But
It's really just
pain split is so strong.
it's really good. It's not good into Curse Lax though. I mean, with
Okay.
Screech, it
It
kind of
has
is,
growl.
but like, it does have Growl. But
So
like,
like
what are you running? Shadow Ball, Growl, Screech, Pain Split.
drop screech, I feel.
Yeah, yeah. I guess depending on the team. Yeah, you know what?
It's like pain split is so strong. You just have like a low base.
It's pretty bad into anything that's not Snorlax or a Psychic type though.
But that's a lot of the metagame.
Yeah, like look at yeah. Okay, so there are a lot of good Psychic types like Zam, Starmie, Eggy, Jinx, Espeon. Just looking at the list, but like there's a lot of things that aren't psychic types or Snorlax. Like Missy has basically nothing to against Zapdos. I mean, you can kind of pain split it, but like
Yeah, but like
you need to conserve it for wax,
you don't
and
really
then you're
need
like
to.
switching around a lot, and it's
And
like, eh.
I think it's also just like a boom immune for both to switch in and to just
It is nice.
explode.
Yeah, that is nice. It's definitely nice. I feel like it has a lot less use cases than Gengar, though.
I think it's better than Gengar.
Really interesting.
Like when you boom with your Mon and you have Missy out, you get an extra turn. Nothing else can. You're not gonna boom on any of your other Mons, but you can just boom on Missy, and then Missy can attack on the switch-ins. That's extremely valuable.
Man, Missy's faster than most boomers, though.
It's true. You can also just like. It is faster than like basically every boomer. Is there any explosion users that are actually faster than Missy? Trode. We
Just
haven't talked about
just
Trode or
electrode,
Gar
just
yet,
trode.
actually.
Yeah, I think we should talk about Gar next.
Yeah,
While we're
let's
on the
talk about
subject of
Gar
ghost
next.
types.
It's just you can like Screech plus Explosion. It's just like you can still threaten Mons that would live.
That is true.
Or you can just Shadow Ball for Chip into Explosion, because like most Mons live on like 1 HP, right?
That is true. But like, Gengar is much better at doing that chip damage, I feel.
But Gengar has a
In
horrible
terms
defensive
of
typing.
yeah, but it's so much faster. It can do actual like damage with attacks to things that aren't psychic types.
I feel
And,
like
like it is weak to earthquake, but like
it's weak
it
to
has
Earthquake, it's
explosion
weak to Psychic.
itself.
There's not
It has
there's not a
it has
Mon that
explosion
doesn't
itself.
bully Gengar, I feel.
But Gengar also bullies a lot.
I feel like being weak to ground is also awful, especially if you do not have the Bulk Click T-Tar to actually take it well at all.
I guess that's true. I don't know. I still don't see Missy being above Gengar though, even though I love Missy.
Okay, let's pull up Gengar. Gengar's down here. I feel like it's probably like right here. Or maybe probably right here. Right next to it. You have like
Gengar
very
has boom.
different Mons.
Gengar has boom itself though, that's the thing.
Gengar Boom
That
is not
really
strong.
it's not strong, but it's fast.
It's like the Mon itself isn't very strong.
Like a lot of the problem with a lot of explosion users is that you can double target them and just kill them before they get the boom off. And that's a way you can play around that. But you can't really do that as well against Gengar
That's
because
true.
it outspeeds most things.
Gengar kind of functions as like a electric type, I feel.
Yeah, it does.
It's
But, like
like
it's pretty good. It's decent into the waters. It's
if
decent in the
Raikou had Boom,
Zapdos.
kind of.
Kind of, yeah. Most things are weak to electric or ice, especially, and it can be hard. It can be hard sometimes to even click Earthquake against Gengar because it has the high special attack and the coverage to hit the flying types.
I don't know, like T-Tar can click it, Tauros can click it.
It's true, but then you have to either protect your other Mon or go to a
Well,
flying type.
I mean, T-Tar, you can't just boom haphazardly into like T-Tar because it can just attack
That's true.
most Mon.
That's true. Like Missy is even worse in a T-Tar than Gengar.
That's true. I feel like you can then like dual coverage Missy. I think that has a little bit of merit. Like aside from Shadow Ball.
What would you run? Not HP fighting. It has like its offensive stats are really bad. Shadow Ball is only good because of how many psychic types there are.
You could. I feel like you could run like. You could run HP fighting.
Well, remember how weak Moltres' HP fighting was?
I mean,
Missy's is gonna
it's
be
gonna
like
do like
even weaker.
35, 40, which is enough. You are Screech in this case.
That's true. But like they just have crunch.
I don't. Well, they don't really carry. I don't. I haven't used Crunch myself all that much. 35, 40. Yeah, exactly. It's like I feel like Gengar is kind of weak. Like Missy's weak, Gengar is also weak. It relies.
Rengar could feel weak, but it has the boom that they have
It
to
has
worry
the.
about.
I feel like that just doesn't. I don't know. That doesn't. I don't like Boom that much. Like
It's boom is like one of the strongest concepts.
it's a strong concept, but in practice, it feels like there's safer options with other mons instead of just having to rely on
Yeah, but
killing
like I said
boom.
with Eggy, even when a boom play doesn't go exactly how you want it, the best case with a boom is that you get a 2-for-1.
I feel like that's
A lot of the
especially
time,
especially with Gar, that's like never going to happen because they're so
yeah, it's not happening much with Gar, but I feel like Gar is like it's much less passive than Misdreavus. I feel like if you switch in Gengar is much better in actual boom structures because not only does it get boom itself, but it also like it does that little switch in and then boom thing better than Misdreavus, I feel. Because when you blow up as you're switching in Misdreavus, I feel like it's a lot easier to switch into just because Misdreavus isn't very threatening. But Gengar can be plenty threatening to a lot of things. Like you don't really want to bring Zapdos in on it.
that's
You don't really want to bring a lot of stuff.
I
Like
can
sure you
see
can bring
that.
in.
I can put it above Missy. Do you want it like A minus or like
I think it should be. I think it should be A minus to be honest. Like
like before Iggy, after?
I think. Mm, I think above Eggy.
I mean, I don't like Iggy there to begin with, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
I think this reflects my opinion too.
Boom
What
is
is
just good.
if it? This is a
I
good
think I
list.
think
I
it's I
feel
think
like
it's
this is a
less
good list.
good in the arrow meta, but it's still very strong. You have to make a continuous stream of correct decisions against it. I think we
Well,
still got more things on the bottom.
well, I wanted to talk about this. We'll talk about Boom.
Okay, we can talk about Trode.
Well, like purish.
I think mid B tier. Yeah, I think that's a fine spot for it.
I mean, you always want to be making correct decisions. I feel like you can make a lot of safe plays versus Boom. I feel like Trode's main thing is Screech. Why can't I?
Yes, Trode's got Screech, which is nice. Even if you don't run it on Screech teams, it can
I don't like it
it
outside of
can be a good.
Screech teams.
I like it as a lead with Reflect because it outspeeds Aerobat. And like even if you are weak to Earthquake, it's like what are they going to spend their whole turn screeching and earthquaking your Electrode, and then you don't even die because you have Reflect up?
Does that? I want to make sure that doesn't die. I feel like it doesn't die at all. Well, you're not HP ice, so it's like or grass.
Yeah, -2 defense, and then Arrow would have
Reflect.
-1 attack if you have Reflect up.
Yeah.
You live. Like they have to use a whole turn for that, and that's assuming they don't want to set up. They don't go for sub or anything. Like Thunderbolt does, it doesn't like outright kill or anything, but
I
it does
feel like
decent damage.
Bomon's just kind of bad in that most of it. It's just kind of bad in general if you aren't using it to support your offensive structure with Screech. Cause like
Yeah, I feel like it's true to a degree.
it's
It doesn't have a very strong boom.
it
Like
doesn't have a
its
strong
boom is
boom.
actually
It doesn't
really
have.
weak,
It doesn't. You
but
can't run into power
you still have to respect it though.
unless you're running no protect, which I don't think
Yeah,
is. I
that's
don't think
true
that's
exactly.
good. And it's not bulky. It's like I could
It's good.
very
It's
easily
good in
justify putting
Zapdos.
this lower.
I think it's better. I think it has more use cases than all those guys.
I don't know. Can I? I feel like Skarmory's above Meganium. More
Okay.
every single time I think about this mon, I'm like, this mon's better than
Yeah.
Meganium. I'm like, I always think of like, I'm putting it below Skarmory, but I have to put it below Meganium, and it's like, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah. I think it's fine there.
I could put it, maybe. I think that's fine.
Because like I think the explosion really helps it out. Even if its explosion is weak, like it's still like you don't want both your mons to be taking that,
Yeah.
even if it doesn't outright kill either of them. And it's not like they can like Steelix completely blanks you, sure. But like if their ground type is like Marowak, they don't want their Marowak to get boomed. How much does boom do to Marowak from Electrode?
Like 70 maybe. Maybe more than that. I feel like it's probably higher.
Probably does like 60.
70.
Oh yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, if your Marowak takes boom, it's like dying to any hit afterwards.
Yeah. But then if you boom, your other mon has to protect, the next mon has to take an EQ, which if you have Zapdos, that's fine. But if you don't, well,
Yeah, that's true.
it's like you can't really fit other flying types on an Electrode structure, I feel.
Well, I mean, on your original your original defense drop team, you have Moltres, don't you? The
That's
Nidoking
like super
Moltres.
outdated.
I guess that's true. Yeah, it's not too good anymore.
I mean, that was like when I thought of Screech, but then I was like, okay, but I want like EQ on
And you know,
physical offense.
the whole screech into EQ and the whole screech into explosion thing is like really good too, because you know then Electrode's explosion is actually killing stuff.
Yeah, I can agree with this placement.
Yeah. All right, who's next?
Let's
For
let's go
Fortress.
to Fortress.
Does
There's
this
still a
thing do
few good
anything?
mods like up here, but
I guess there are.
this guy, I've thought
I don't.
about it.
I think he's
C
definitely worse than Scizor
C plus.
in terms of a bug steel type.
It can boom. Can it
It has
spike this
spikes
gen?
as well.
It can
Yeah.
spike this gen. I, f- I feel like I ask questions I already know a lot. I feel like bug is still
It has
good for
like
average.
it has yeah. HP bug explosion spikes protect. Honestly, it's not
I
bad,
can see it. I can
but
see it.
it's not good. The
I f-
problem is if they have a steel type,
but where are the
it
steel
just
types?
kind of.
Like
I mean, Skarmy and
Skarmory.
Steelix aren't bad.
Skarmory doesn't really do good into you because it's
Even if they,
slower. If you can just like spike,
it's even
boom.
really bad, and it's even really bad into like Aerodactyl. It's like bug normal,
Mm,
and Arrow is also spike immune, so
technically, well, spikes are just awful into like physical offense teams. Which like Aerobat, you probably
yeah,
have like another flying type in the back, maybe even two.
yeah.
It's like,
Well, I don't know if I'd put that many flying types on a team.
well, you have that. You have Zapdos. You can run Skarmory Moltres. Because it's
I
like,
feel like you're stacking a lot of weaknesses in those cases a lot of the time.
okay, but like Aerobat stacks like electric, but Zapdos can actually, Zapdos. It's Zapdos versus Aerobat. It just gets Oko.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's not
true.
really stacking.
That's true.
And then it's like Zapdos isn't weak to electric. Moltres isn't weak to
Yeah,
ice. Skarmory
yeah.
isn't
You
weak
know
to
what?
ice.
Yeah, you know what? I can see it. Yeah, I can see it.
And they're
Are we gonna
offensive.
start seeing? Are we gonna start seeing mono flying teams?
No, that's far too much.
That's a bit silly. Yeah.
It's like their offensive profiles are very different too.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like
Or
you can threaten boom on arrow, but you can't really do it well because it can just substitute. You don't actually kill. I think you do. I don't actually know how much you do. What, like 60?
probably something like that.
This guy does not.
Maybe even more.
We need to make GSC sample set 60. This was it.
Yeah,
Fire
it
blast
doesn't.
for fortress.
Honestly, I don't even think. I mean, substitute. Yeah. Honestly, no. You always want substitute on arrow.
Yeah, I feel like you can't run reflect. Like you mentioned reflect, I can't see myself dropping substitute for that. So it's so good into so many matchups.
Okay, I think if you don't have lead arrow, you could run reflect, but I think substitute is usually still better.
I don't like non-lead arrows, so it's like fortress. This is fortress. Let's talk about
Golem.
golem, sure.
This thing's
Better than
terrible.
right on. Better than
I
bounty.
think it's D tier.
Sure,
X Boom alone saves it from F tier,
sure.
but I think it's like the worst D tier mon.
We already talked about right on, right? It's just the same thing with boom
Yeah, it's just
and worse stats.
Golem's worst stats, but it has Boom.
Yep. Heracross
Like I
is
guess it's Heracross.
not good, but I feel like it's better
I
than
think C
Spoo.
tier. I think C tier. Yeah.
I feel
I think
like
it's even better than I think it's even better than maybe Kangaskhan. No, actually no.
I want to switch. I feel like Arcanine is worse than Gengar,
Yeah, I think that's fair.
and then like Heracross is better than Arcanine.
Okay.
I feel like Arcanine does
Honestly,
not have like a lot of use cases here.
yeah. I like Heracross sometimes. I have not built a Heracross team, but I kind of like it. Just
It's
Megahorn is
sad
like,
that it doesn't have a fighting move, and you can't afford
yeah,
to run a fighting removal.
if it had a fighting move, I've seen like Endure reversal stuff,
I've seen it,
but
but it's
like
so slow.
it's really slow.
It's like it's easy to play around even if you like a Jill pass hypothetically because I could just protect, hit it with the other one.
Yeah.
You know, there's still a bit of priority in the tier, and by a bit I mean exactly what I'm on in D-Knight and Arcanine. And things live
Yeah.
that, of course, like Zapdos. I feel like it does like 40.
Yeah. Megahorn HP Rock isn't terrible coverage. And it does learn Earthquake.
I feel like you it learns Earthquake.
Yeah, it does.
Wait. Oh my god.
Like,
I'm having like
yeah, you could
I'm
do
having visions
honestly
of putting
Mega
this higher now. I yeah. I
I
feel
think
like
the speed is the real issue and the psychic weakness.
okay, actually I think I want this higher now. I didn't know it learned Earthquake.
Really? No, I
I've
don't.
actually been thinking about this mod a lot and I'm like,
Okay, but
you know,
like,
I ran HP fight. I don't think I have the team on this. Actually
okay,
I
it's
do.
like
And it's like HP fighting
sure
isn't bad.
it can use Earthquake, but like it's still bad. It's still
You
bad.
need HP Rock or you need HP Ghost. I feel like if you have EQ, like Ghost has less merit, but
Yeah, you want Megahorn or EQ HP Rock, but
you
like
can also just run count. Like you can.
it's just slow.
I don't know. It's a
And it like
strong physical attacker. Bug is good coverage. It threatens a lot of things. It's like a lot of
yeah, but
psychics
like
don't run psychic
most of
moves. I feel like half of like Starmie that doesn't run psychic a lot. Jinx can definitely run psychic.
I still like Psychic on Starmie, especially
For
for Gengar.
Gengar, I don't know. Don't you 2 it with Pump? I mean, I guess accuracy, but it's like
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
yeah,
Trump isn't reliable.
we talked about this 2 hours ago at this point.
Oh my god, we have been doing this for a while.
Recording is 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Okay.
It's like
Well,
earthquake. I don't know.
no. I mean, it's not stab. And like sure its attack is high, but like
It has it's a ground resist, and you
but
can
it's
like
also it's
you can
weak.
run counter too, and EQ it, and then hit
Okay.
the other opposing amount with counter, which is definitely an intended interaction here. Like, and like counter is just good into like a lot of things. I feel like the psychic weakness is the thing holding it back, but you can play around it. You can still threaten these mons. It's not like they can come in directly.
And but it's like, what if they just have Peck Zapdos? What are you doing then?
But do you live that? I feel like you might live that.
No way.
Ah. I mean, Pixaptus is super rare.
I like it personally.
For like
I feel like it'll get. I feel like it'll get a lot better. I feel like Peck Zapdos is going to be more common when Celebi drops too.
this is not a Celebi meta tier list. That's for
That's true. That's
next
true.
month.
We have to do it. We have to do it all over again when
It's just
Celebi
like
drops.
slight mons moving.
I don't like Heracross and C plus. I don't feel
Like here then?
I think that's fine. Yeah, top of C is fine.
If it got
It's
a
just
fighting
like
move, it'd be so good.
it. Yeah, I agree. I honestly agree.
Speaking of fighting moves,
Ooh, Machamp.
I think
This
this
guy
thing
sucks.
instills a primal fear whenever it comes out on your Snorlax.
Okay, that is true. But like, it's so bad into everything else except for T-Tar.
Is it really? Okay,
Okay,
those are
let's go.
those are
Let's look at the
great
top.
mons.
Let's look up. Okay, let's look at the top of the list. Zapdos, it sucks against. Aerodactyl, it's like okay against. Crobat, it sucks against.
But you're not facing the two lead mons, so that's like kind of
It can't.
and it's
It does.
okay
It
into
has so much.
Aerodactyl too.
It can't switch into anything though. So like,
That's true, but it's like
I feel like you want to use it as a lead to like counter lead lax. That's how I mostly see it being used.
well, well if you lead it versus like Lax Vapo, you don't really threaten Lax that much. It's like what other
Yeah,
things are
exactly.
being led to
That's
the
why
lead?
that's why it sucks.
Okay, fair enough. But it's like it's
Okay,
the
and like
single best mon for
it
punishing
sucks.
T-Tar and Lax. And it like punishes some
I
like
don't know.
it punishes like
I feel like
Tauros,
Marowak.
Mewtwo.
I feel like Marowak is better at that because like Marowak still 2-hit KOs lax most of the time while outspeeding. And like sure, it's outsped. Sure, it's worse. It's a little worse into Tar. Like Tar very rarely wants to actually stay in on Marowak,
I don't know.
especially if it doesn't have special moves.
It's not gonna EQ itself though. It's like it's not actually super terrible into a lot of these mons.
It's bad into Crobat
I mean, well, you have to
unless
with Crobat, you all right into Arrow, and it's like Crobat actually can't hit you unless it's Fly, which I think is the worst.
I've faced Machamp leads with Aerobat, and
You can just
I
cross
just
top Arrow.
screech. Yeah, but you can if you just screech and earthquake them twice
But
and they're dead.
they have another mod. Like I don't know if it's really good on
And
a
they have
base
another
though.
mom, and it's like
As long as they have another mod, that
you can't switch it in though is the problem. It has no defensive utility. It doesn't resist anything
it has
besides it
all
doesn't.
right
It's
defenses.
only yeah, but the typing is mono fighting is such a bad typing. You only resist bug and rock
Dark,
and dark, which is
not relevant.
those three put together are like kind of relevant, but on their own they're all not really good.
I don't know. I feel like Zam is like kind of the same thing. You know, it like
Yeah, but Zam is fast.
Zam is fast, but this is
Zam is
bulky.
fast. It has screens. It has encore.
Doesn't
Machamp,
Machamp also have Encore?
yeah, but Machamp is too slow to actually use it. You can only use it against like Snorlax, but you would rather just you're always just gonna click cross chop there anyways.
I feel like punishing Lax on its own kind of has like.
I feel like I feel like I've never really needed Machamp to punish
That's
Lax.
true. I feel like.
I
Drafting
can't just. It's not as good as the B tier mons. I guess maybe it can be top of C tier. Like it's just
C
everything
plus
resists
or top of
fighting.
C?
Top of C, honestly. It's
Really?
actually no Heracross. I feel like it's better. I feel like it's worse than Heracross, to be honest.
how is it worse than Heracross? I feel like it does the thing you want I feel like it just does the thing you want Heracross to do, yeah.
But like Heracross can like switch in on Marowak. Heracross can actually switch in because of its ground resistance. Machamp can't really switch in on anything, is the problem
That's
with
not a real
it.
fighting type.
I mean, Heracross isn't a real fighting type, but it's much better as a physical attacker.
I feel like you can use Machamp to punish a lot of common situations.
Really? I mean, so bad into Zam, it's so bad into Vaporeon because of Charm, so bad into Starmie, so bad into Gengar.
How much does it do
Unless you're able to.
how much does it actually do to Lux? It does like 40 even at -2, right? I mean, you have to be wary of Protect and the Charm, of course, but
Yeah. And you do have crit chance. Your crit
25%
odds are
crit
actually
chance.
yeah, you do have the good crit odds. But like you also miss and you only have 8 PP, so you can't be like spamming it every turn.
I mean, you can't be spamming it every turn. Have you seen a game last 8 turns of straight attacking?
I guess not.
Like, this
Like I feel
Grass
like
Guy's dead line before that.
but I feel like when it's your only good attacking move, I feel like we can run out of APP really quickly, especially when it's so easy to switch into.
If,
I think it's worse than Hera.
are you saying Hera should be moved up? Because it sounds like
I
this
think
one's
Machamp. I think Machamp should be C tier.
like you're saying good things about Hera, but then putting it below like Fortress, and it's like
Well, I'm saying good things in Hera relative to Machamp
I
because
see.
Machamp is
What about the
Machamp
question?
has the. I really don't like Heracross. Well,
I mean, you did just say a lot of good things. It's
I
like
guess I did.
it's
I guess
putting
I did.
it's putting Machamp
I
down.
guess while trying to dunk on Machamp, I accidentally hyped up Heracross.
It's like it does actually hit a lot of things.
All the top tiers are all flying and psychic types
Well,
and ghost
psychic
types.
types. Maybe compare them with like Icy Wind. 'Cause, like every psychic is still good at
Maybe.
-1. You do
I
good
don't think.
enough.
I don't. I think Zam still outspeeds you at -1.
No, you're 85. Not even
Well,
arrow. Well,
you're talking about
oh yeah,
Heracross.
Machamp.
Yeah.
Machamp is slow as fuck. Zam definitely does outspeed Machamp. Machamp's like 218.
Yeah, it's so bad. All right, who's next?
Jolteon, finally. Definitely
Actually, a
up
good
here
mon.
somewhere.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like it's top of B plus.
I was gonna say better than but I say that for every fucking mon.
Yeah, I think top of B plus because I think it's not always easy to justify running a second electric type besides Zapdos because they're usually defensively checked by the same things.
Yeah. I feel like
But
Jolteon has
Jolteon,
a lot of good traits though.
yeah, the base 130 speed is really nice. Try it as, you can charm, you can sub pass, you can.
I've
That's
been
basically it. I basically said everything it does.
like I've seen I've it could actually like counter lead arrow super well, couldn't it? Because you can just charm. Well, I guess you're still
I
threatened.
guess that's a good point.
You're still threatened by like protect arrow and screech and to just EQ kill you through charm. I think. No, wait, no. It's like -4 doesn't EQ won't kill Jolteon, right? At -2.
It might, honestly. Jolteon's so frail.
It is pretty frail. At least physically, especially, it's alright. -2, -4. It kills anyway. Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty
Yeah, it
fair.
just kills anyways. Yeah.
You can run Magnet Thunder, but it's like
Yeah, the thing is, Jolteon's damage thresholds just aren't as good as like Zapdos is the issue with it, I feel.
I feel like Magnet Thunder is like probably the singular best thing versus Aerobat. There's no
Yeah,
there
but the
you can't
problem
you
is,
cannot counterplay
pro-
that.
yeah, the problem is it's Thunder though.
Yeah, but
So
you
like you can just
absolutely
miss.
you have to switch Arrow out or dodge Thunder. There is no like Screech, Crobat, HP Bug, Jolteon. Nope, you're just outsped. You can't do anything.
Yeah, but like even if you, well, I guess they can just switch after. But Jolteon's just it has like the same physical bulk as Espeon, but I feel like Espeon's better as a charm user because it's not weak to Earthquake.
I very much agree with better Charm user, but
But I think Jolteon's better overall.
yeah,
The 130 speed is nice, but I feel like
actually,
it's just so frail.
I think I might put it lower down.
Yeah,
Cause it's
honestly, I
like
don't I don't disagree with that. I think Missy's like the gatekeeper.
probably below Jinx. Maybe.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
It does less unique things than Jinx, or less or fewer valuable, really valuable
I
unique
do like
things than
Magnet
Jinx.
Thunder, but it's like it's kind of batted to like EQ leads though. Is the thing like,
Yeah.
but you're still valuable into like Slax, Vapo, or like any Zapdos lead if you somehow run into one of those. Like, what do you even think are the good leads? Like,
What is
actually,
Aerobat?
Aerobat. What else?
I think Eggy is honestly a good lead
I
one.
think Eggy's a good lead one. I think Starmie's a good lead one.
Yeah. Zam can be decent.
You do bad into Eggy, but you do great into Starmie. Do you Oko Starmie? I feel like you don't.
With Thunder, you do.
You do actually. That's probably why they went Thunder and GSC for shit like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
But
actually.
the problem is, it's Thunder.
It is Thunder, which I think just puts it down. Like the main thing is 70% move.
Yeah, I feel like Jolteon is like four move slot syndrome because you want electric move, you kind of want hidden powers, you want you want to fit growth on there, you want to fit substitute, you want to fit baton pass, you want to fit protect,
I don't think growth
you want to
passing is good.
yeah, it probably isn't.
It's like
Okay, I
Marowak.
think I think we've said enough about Jolteon. Marowak,
Yeah.
definitely, honestly better than T-Tar.
Uh, it's really threatening offensively. It's the most threatening offensive mon. Actually, I feel like ground is both like really good and really bad because some matchups it's just like face 4 flying types. And
Yeah,
it's like you can't really do a lot.
yeah, but the flying types they die at HP Rock if they get screeched.
It's true. I don't think Screech Marrow is very good because you.
Honestly, I really like. I think I've run into Batwhack on ladder.
I think that was me.
I don't think that was you.
I've definitely ran that. It might have not been me that specific time, but I've ran that.
I think it's good. I think Batwhack is really good. I think I think if you Marowak's also just like a good. It kind of checks Snorlax, non-curse sets at least,
It
just
it
because.
kind of it can even do alright versus curse sets.
Yeah, it can like it does decent damage even when they're at +1.
Like it's not very bulky, especially.
Yeah,
But
but some it can honestly like it can usually live like two
it's
Zapdos hidden
so
powers.
annoying. Okay, I had two Batwhack teams, and then I sent fucking Fapo for some reason. Do you remember me sending Sunny Day in the cord?
Okay.
It's not good.
Wait a minute. Okay. Sunny Day Crobat with Batwag, maybe? Okay,
Okay. The
maybe that's
thing is,
actually
you
kind
still
of
get
good.
2 KO'd by just like Ice Beam and Ice Beam. So it's like
Okay,
I've used
I mean
Sunny
that's
Day.
true. That's true.
I've
That's
used Sunny
true.
Day, and then they just like Ice Beam Star me and HP Ice Zapdos, and it's like, man.
Okay, that's true. That's true. But like Batwhack can be a decent into Aerobat too, though. It's at least like another 50-50 lead into Aerobat.
Does HP Rock kills, right? Arrow?
Uh, yeah, if it gets screeched, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Jesus. Is it really? Okay, the thing with that lead is, what are you gonna do versus double sub?
Well, Screech, your Crobat,
Is faster
they
than
always
you.
have to underspeed their arrow. So
Yeah,
like if they double sub, Arrow will lose the sub and Crobat will keep the sub.
but then Crobat can Screech. Arrow can just protect. Yeah, Arrow can just protect. Crobat can't even break opposing Crobat sub at 0. I don't even think we could break out -2. It's like,
Well,
and then they just
actually,
Screech.
what I ran into, they actually used HP Rock Crobat.
HP Rock.
I think that's a viable option to be honest.
Was it
At least in
attract?
the lead, at least in the lead slot, because can actually like beat.
I feel like I've ran HP Rock Crobat.
It's definitely an option.
Let me see.
Marowak should be above T-Tar is what I'm saying though.
I wanna see if this is my team you're talking about. HP Bug. HP Bug. I don't think it was.
It definitely wasn't a guy. I would remember if it
This is
was
actually
against you.
the Aerobat team was actually my original Bugadium team, apparently, which is funny. Then I replaced it with Starmie because it was bad.
Yeah, Marowak has to go above T-Tar.
Uh, I don't disagree.
I'm a lot more concerned with a team's Marowak matchup than a team's Tyranitar matchup. Is
I
all
don't
I'm
really think
saying.
about either that much, to be honest. But
Tyranitar is
I've definitely
something
gotten cooked by Marowak.
Tyranitar is definitely something where like as long as you run like a water type or a couple guys with Earthquake, you're usually not too bad against it. Like Marowak, you need like a plan
I mean, you
for,
can still
or
just run a water type.
it will just destroy you. I mean, yeah, you can just run a water type, but like you have to.
I feel like it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I feel like if you lose that water type, Marowak's a lot more threatening than Tyranitar. And you can both use that as a game plan, and it's something you have to consider
I feel like T-Tar is very
when
threatening in the
building.
end game, especially Rest T-Tar, where you just it's just like
Yeah,
invincible.
yeah, kinda, but I still think Marowak's better just for the immediate power
And
and the
Marowak
ability to two and the
also,
ability to two hit lax, and it can just like flat out one hit a lot of stuff,
and you can
which
also
is
always sleep
not
it.
you can't always sleep it, but you need a more than just that as a plan, typically.
Sure if you do.
I've lost plenty of games from missing sleep on Marowak,
Oh
trust me.
yeah, I remember you complaining about that. I think
Jink,
above T-Tar I can agree with.
yeah.
Let's rank Ariados.
Dude, Ariados is the best fucking Pokemon in the game.
This guy's really low.
Yeah, Miltank's like C. I think Miltank's top of C.
Not here.
I don't think it belongs in C plus.
It's like it has Growl, obviously. That's like the
It does have
GSC set.
all, but like,
But it's like it has a good stat spread. I'm
Yeah, but
gonna.
it's just like a normal type, and
It is just normal type number 500. Why,
yeah,
where
you
where are
really
the dual
need.
type normal types in this gen?
There's Girafarig.
Is that the
There's
only
fucking.
one?
There's the normal flying types, and yeah.
Wow. Huh. That's really funny. This one's not that great, but I think Growl.
It's too passive even with
Can't you
Growl.
run like
It's like
Curse Growl Double Edge?
yeah, but like the speed is like one of the only good things about it.
That's true. You completely bone your speed stat. Yeah, it's not very good. It doesn't have like Leer, does it? Screech.
I feel like it's good in some matchups. Like it's actually very physically bulky and it can be kind of difficult to remove,
It's kind of like
but it's
P2 though,
yeah, it's not good against special. It's not good against special attackers though.
except with 40. I mean, it's still moderately bulky. It's not like
Yeah,
instant death. It's actually relatively the same physical bulk.
yeah. Like the speed is nice, but it's not. I feel like it's just you can't fit it on a team
That's
because
true.
like
I never thought about like, damn, I need a milk tank. It doesn't really bring a lot to the table.
yeah, and like when you already have Snorlax on every team, I feel like if you want a second normal type, Miltank's like I think it's better than Kangaskhan for sure, just because it's more unique than like a Tauros. But I think them being in the same tier is right.
Yeah, we haven't done Nidoking yet. Oh, speaking of
Oh,
Nidoking,
that's true. Yeah, where does Nidoking go? It's kind of fallen off, to be honest. I feel
yeah.
like I wouldn't even put in A tier anymore. But I
Remember when
think
I
maybe
put
it's
this guy
I
like
think
top four,
yeah,
and then it's like,
that was funny.
I think this is good
Yeah, right there. I think that's good.
right there. It's just, it's a ground type. It has moderately good bulk. It can sleep.
And it dies to every psychic type.
That's true. And dies to Marowak, but you can run Ice Beam.
Yeah, yeah. You just sleep Marowak.
That's true. You just sleep Marowak.
I
I don't
think
know why.
I think Nidoking being next to Jinx is it makes sense because they kind of do they do very similar things.
They
But
do.
Nidoking's like a physical attacker.
Yeah, I feel like it's good on like, Leer, Screech, with
Yeah,
EQ,
it's good. It's good on those structures.
while Jinx is on like other structures.
Yeah,
I don't think they're really like at all, aside from the Lovely Kiss move.
aside from the sleep, aside from the sleep and dying to earthquake.
Yeah, Jinx has like 40, 35 or something, right?
Yeah,
65,
Jinx is like
35. Ooh. Is that better than Zam?
I don't.
It's worse. It's very slightly worse.
I think they have like they both can just get one shot by Marowak sometimes. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
they get one shot by like, I know Zam gets one shot by like -2. Actually, it doesn't get one shot by -2 HP Rock, right?
We were over this. It only does with like Hardstone. It's like not a very favorable roll.
I think it was like 50.9 max. I don't know
Yeah.
why we're talking about Alakazam
Yeah.
Rosario.
Why are we talking about Zam?
Let's talk about Persian.
Persian,
I'm gonna
it's deep.
D.
It does
It
not.
has Charm. It has Screech.
Are those compatible though?
I
Well,
haven't
no, they should be.
I haven't
Screech is a
checked.
level up. No, Screech is a level up move. It should be compatible. And it exists in Gen 1 and everything, so it should be fine.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I feel like that
Yeah.
alone puts it like as a niche. It has a
Honestly,
niche.
and yeah, it has really good speed. Does it have anything else though?
I mean, does it really need anything else? It has a double edge. Maybe
It's frail
Hypnosis
though.
if you're like really out there.
Like if it's just getting hit by special attacks, it's like not really doing anything.
That's true. It does have bad attack. Like really
And
bad attack.
Like, what are you using this as a lead?
I'm not.
Because if you're using it as a lead, it's just bad into Aerobat. And if you're not using it as a lead, then it can't switch into anything.
Doesn't it? Does it not have icy wind? It does have icy
It
wind.
does, but like, that's not a very good option. You can't really fit it.
Yeah. Thinking about it, I was thinking about it like hypothetically, not really too in depth, but now it's like I don't know.
I guess it can be like bottom of C.
Better than Kanga though, right?
Well,
I feel
I
like there's
guess
more
so.
reason to use it over Kanga.
I guess so. I guess maybe we can move Kanga to bottom of C. Because I
I
feel
feel like
like
it's better than
Arcanine's probably
Spearow. I think Spearow sucks, but I think
yeah.
Arcanine also sucks.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I could see Arcanine going down to D, honestly. What does this guy do?
I mean, fire type. A lot of teams can like stack. Sometimes some teams can really stack fire weaknesses.
With what?
I mean, not really, but like Eggy,
Which one of
they at
these
least
mods
they at
are
least
Fire Weak?
they at least like don't have fire resists a lot of the time.
I know, but I mean,
Sometimes I
I
mean, there's
wouldn't.
rock and water
I think
types, but like
Moltres is already pushing it as like an offensive mod.
yeah,
I feel like I would never run Arcanine with Moltres.
I guess that's true. I guess maybe Arcanine can be top of D.
I feel like I'd use Gligar over it even. Like right here, I think it's
Okay,
a better
I guess
spot.
that's fair. I guess that's fair. If anything, maybe move Gligar to C, bottom of
Honestly,
C,
yeah.
because I feel like it
I
has an actual niche. I feel.
nah.
Okay, who's next? Suicune.
Suicune. This guy is a
Suicune is
very
just like
good mod.
yeah, it's just like a middle of the road water type.
I think
It doesn't have as
Miracle really pushes it up because it can't get T-bolted
well.
or threat. Like, cause like you don't really want to T-bolt it when you can just get O-code.
That's true, but like, what if they don't attack Suicune?
That's true.
You're just kind of wasting your turn.
It's like it's a threat. It's like
It
you don't
is, but
really
like,
want to just get O-code, and it's like a good mod on its own. It has fantastic bulk. It has 90 special attack, which is
yeah, much
good.
much lower special attack than the other waters,
I mean, it's
and
like
a much
10
worse,
lower.
and much worse move pool than both of them too.
That doesn't really matter all that much, I feel.
Okay, but like, Vaporeon has Charm, and Starmie is fast and has good coverage and screens. What does Suicune have?
That's
It has Mirror Coat, which is like an inconsistent strategy.
that's I
So
yeah.
I
It
think
has
B
icy
plus
wind.
is
I think B plus
yeah, but all
is.
the water types has icy wind have icy wind. I think yeah,
I feel like
I think that's
if
fair.
you want icy wind, this is the mod you go to.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Then it's just like Charizard and Entei. Is there any? I know there's a few real mods hidden here. Jump Bluff.
Let's rank. What about Dodrio?
I think Dodrio was actually. Well, I will actually rank that. That's like. I think this guy's top of B minus.
Yeah, I think I'm glad you're not like a jump left hater anymore. I'm not like a jump left lover anymore. I think we've kind of equaled out on
I've
it.
I've used it. It's like all right. I think it still is really passive.
You can do stuff, yeah.
You're never gonna solve that issue. That's like 70 attack or something. 55. It's like it has good moves like Growl, Encore, Sleep Powder, but it doesn't do any. It can't. It doesn't apply any pressure to make use of those moves.
It is the only flying type Encore user. It is pretty
There's like
fast, so like it's
4
actually
Encore users.
you can even Encore stuff into Earthquake, and then like what are they gonna do? Hit their own guys, or they have to switch in their flying types? They just have to
Yeah,
like
but like This guy doesn't like flying types. It's like Zapdos, uh,
I mean, yeah,
Skarmory.
flying
They all
types do just
suck.
kind of beat it. But
Moltres.
like
Every single flying type beats it.
forcing them to switch into flying type, it can be exploited by the other thing though.
Yeah, but it's like
Like if you,
maybe. Like it can be.
it's definitely unique, an option that only it can pull off. Is the
Yeah,
Encore
but it's
Earthquake
like
thing.
I like Encore when you can actually force things to protect. This
That's true.
how is this gonna force anything to protect? With Growl? With HP Bug or Fly for 12%? It can't force anything.
Yeah.
But it is
It's good.
so fun.
Marowak is pretty good at forcing protects a lot of the time, though.
Maybe you could run like Marrow Jumpluff.
It's a good Marowak partner because
But then you'd both lose to
I
like
like I like
Zapdos kinda.
I like Cotton Spore for the Marowak
Cotton
partner
Spore is
option.
another option. I think
It's like
that could be yeah.
Marowak outspeeds everything except Electrode at -2. So
Fast as Electro, Jesus. 398? 370.
yeah, it outspeeds Marowak by 1 point, literally
Really?
at -2.
Oh yeah, it does.
I see. Go to the damage
Oh,
calc. You
it's
can look it up.
189, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Are these
Nidoqueen.
Nidoqueen? I passed over it. It's like next to Nidoking.
Uh,
I f-
honestly,
there's structures
I
where
feel
you
like
run Nidoqueen and then there's structures you run Nidoking. Like if you're running
I
Skarmory,
feel like Nidoqueen is like a lot less common to use though.
I feel like it's just as good though. Like
I mean, the bulk can
Skarmory,
be helpful,
if you're
but
running Skarmory, you want to use Nidoqueen.
that's true. If you're running a mixed set though, you always want to use Nidoking.
Does that get rolls?
I think I
My
mean, it just has better damage output if you're using both attacking stats.
yeah, but it's
And
like
like the thing too is that if you have higher base attack, it means like a damage multiplier from like Screech is going to affect Nidoking more and help it more. That's another thing I've thought about.
I don't think Nidoking gets a lot of like benchmarks on its own. I think this is like a rehash. I feel like this calc has already been done before. I mean,
Yeah, it's much better roll against T-Tar. I doubt Nidoking gets that two shot.
definitely not. But it's like every.
I
About
think
Gengar?
Nidoking also has it has a much better chance to just one shot Gengar too.
Well,
Well, it can,
technically it can.
But Nidoqueen can't.
I mean, Nidoqueen has a 6% chance too.
Oh, I guess so.
How good
Oh,
I am. It does one shot at -2.
yeah, that's true.
If you only
And
have
they don't
80.
quite one shot you with
Oh,
Psychic.
Nidoqueen already
So,
does. So I, I feel
oh.
like there's a lot of roles you can calc and say like this is better, and I think people have decided Nidoking is better in RBY specifically. I don't know about GSC.
Yeah.
It's like
Honestly, I think it's fine to put them together, unless things get like really optimized.
yeah, that's like a lot of calcing.
Yeah.
I'm sure one
They're
is
basic.
better.
Yeah.
Is there? I think we're running out of real mods. Is Muck real? Does Muck boom in this gen?
Muck does get explosion, but like mono poison and really slow.
Do we even need F rank? Like, do we even need to rank
Yeah,
these guys?
just get it. Just get rid of it, honestly. There's no point in using any of those things. Well, maybe Houndoom. Houndoom is the only one I
I
would
buy
use.
Houndoom. That's like
No.
Piloswine. You were talking about that earlier.
Okay, Piloswine is actually the counter lead to Arrow.
How? Okay, what's the specific?
They just
What's the other
they
one
just they just
again?
Starmie.
Starly.
Because like Starmie can just like get a reflect and then you can't really do too much damage to Piloswine. And they threaten Ice Beam on both Mons.
If they
And like it has
turn,
a decent it
it
checks
has
Marowak.
60.
It has pretty good attack and an Earthquake.
Okay, you're mate. It does check Zapdos.
Like
And have
and it's
freeze.
good against Zapdos.
I
Exact and
okay. I feel like this actually has real use.
it does have real use. It does a lot in one slot,
That is a
even
lot.
though
It's
its
mediocre.
matchups are like really polarized.
It does Twikio Arrow.
Like Arrow's doing nothing to this, even at -2.
What? Twikio's.
But
But
yeah, but like
that's. I mean,
you're de- you're dedicate you're dedicating all your resources to attack Piloswine,
I
and there's a Starmie on the field too.
if Starmie's on the field, can't you just like Screech HP Rock if they reflect? Don't they die to EQ after?
I don't think so.
Or do you have to HP Rock again? Like that definitely does not die to EQ after. Actually, it might. It's like -2. Let's say that does 65. The -1. Yeah, it
Yeah,
kills.
but then that's like really telegraphed, and you can protect
Yeah, but
and Arrow's also being really threatened by Starmie too.
if they reflect on that turn and you just Screech HP Rock, then you can just sub next turn. I feel for like, but I feel like it's a 50-50 lead again.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but like
I think
it's solid.
I think it's in Piloswine's
And like
favor.
it's decent. It's decent against Marowak and Snorlax too. Like it's slow, but it just outspeeds those two.
You know what? I can see using it. I can see it now.
Ground ice is great offensive coverage.
Ground ice. Ground
And
ice is
like
actually just like a.
its stats are pretty low, but like
It's just a good type in general.
it gets stab on both of those. It's a ground type that's not weak to ice, which is just really good,
I'm pretty
I
sure it's like
feel.
the only one, right?
Except for Steelix. Steelix isn't weak to ice, but
Steelix is not weak to ice.
Steelix is the worst
Quagsire.
thing ever.
I want to
And
rank Quagsire.
Quagsire.
I haven't ranked.
Oh yeah, Quagsire.
Quagsire is.
The mon that
It does a
like
lot of
sets
similar
up
things.
it does, but it doesn't have like it's much worse offensively.
I feel like just EQ is good. I feel like I've ranked Curse.
Quagsire is also slower than Marowak, so it doesn't beat Marowak like Piloswine does.
Yeah, I think it's a lot. I think it's worse. And it can't
I
recover,
think
right?
it's no, it doesn't get recover in this gen.
Yeah.
It's D. I think it's D tier, honestly. I think you need a really specific team to allow it to do anything.
That's yeah.
And even when you do run that very specific team, like what, you're gonna set up a bunch of curses with it and then get blanked by flying types.
I mean, you can run HP Rock.
That's
You
true.
should run HP Rock, not just could.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's let's see.
We said we were gonna do Dodrio too.
Polytoad. It says Levigus.
Polytoad. I think yeah, it's like a alternate water type with Livigas. I think that's enough for like C plus. And like it's got good special attack, right? What does it have?
It has like 95, 90.
Okay, 9. That's the same as Suicune.
Yeah. Doesn't this have another
I'm like,
mod or another move to use it for? That's growth. I think is what I was.
oh
Thinking.
yeah, it does get growth, but so does Vaporeon.
Yeah, that's not really a reason to use it. C plus.
I think it's like high in C plus.
I think it's
Maybe I think
worse than
right, yeah, right there.
yeah. It's just lovely kiss, man. Lovely kiss water. That's like about
Yeah,
as only.
yeah, I can yeah, I
Counter.
can
It has
like Lovey
counter.
Kiss. Oh,
That's
it
what I
has
was thinking
counter,
about.
true. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's pretty good actually.
Yeah.
Are counter and Lovely Kiss compatible though?
I'm not sure.
So I think Lovely Kiss is like an event move, and counter's a Gen 1 TM. Oh, but Lovely Kiss exists in Gen 1, so
Oh,
yeah. So you can use it,
does
yeah.
it? Oh yeah, Jinx.
Yeah, because Jinx. Yeah. Okay. Dodrio.
Dodrio. This is like sure.
It's like I feel like it's a
It has
D
Leer, right?
tier. It
That's like
has Leer.
that's the whole reason
It
you use it.
has Growl as well.
I mean, I think Leer flying is just
Yeah,
good.
it's a Leer flying type. It's very frail.
Did this get sneak
It's
buffed?
100, 100. Yeah, it has 110 in
Yeah,
later gens.
that's not a good speed
If it
boost.
was if it was 110 in this gen, it would be like good. I wish it was.
Maybe you can run like Endure. Endure Flail.
Maybe. That might not be
Maybe.
bad actually. How much does that do to Wax?
50. I'm gonna head calc that. 56 to 67.
Okay, that's not even that good.
That's pretty. That's more than Marowak.
I mean, that's true, but you're at 1 HP
That's true.
in order to do that.
Maybe. I think it's better than Quagsire.
Yeah, I feel like you could definitely bring Dodrio and just fuck someone up.
Speaking of reversal,
Oh,
attack
Scyther.
moves.
I think Scyther's at D tier.
I feel like it
I
has
think
more
it's
merit than these guys. I know. I think it's Baton Pass and reversal are compatible or something. But it's like, what you can SD, and you're kind of
yeah,
threatening
but like
things.
what are you leading with it?
I
Because if you're
thought,
leading with it,
well, Aerobab.
if you're leading with it, then Aerodactyl just kills you.
Yeah, I guess I tried that before Aerobat.
I mean,
It's like,
I guess you can switch it in on earthquakes, but like even then, like
maybe,
what you're gonna.
I feel like you could maybe SD pass with it too.
I think Scizor is just better for
It has
that.
a Leer.
Okay, it is a Leer flying type,
Leer flying type.
and it has 105 speed, so it's
I think it's better than Dugtrio then.
yeah.
And
I guess
it
that's
lives
fair.
Zapdos T-Bolt.
Yeah,
So it's like, it's,
I think that's a fine placement.
what's our Dugong? Sure.
Dugong,
It has Encore.
I think it has Encore. It is
I don't,
Icy Wind, I guess.
I think this mod sucks. But I've seen it
It's
used.
no, yeah. We have to rank it. I think D tier.
Probably top. I feel like
Yeah,
it can't.
that's fair.
It can't put in work.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
There's a vacuum
It's like a bad.
outside.
It's like a bad Lapras, but with Encore.
Bad Lapras. Is there any other even remotely real mods to rank now?
There's.
Mantile?
I think Charizard is worth ranking.
Right. That's Leer,
It
right?
has. It does have Leer.
It's just
It has Growl. It's a
weird
flying
speed.
type. It's bad Moltres, but it's speed ties Zapdos instead of always being outsped.
Is there,
So
if you think about it, wait. Hmm. Does this one have merit? It is kind of just bad Zapdos, right?
yeah,
Yeah. There's not.
base one of it has like decent special attack, but it only has Fire Blast.
Well, what else would it need? Moltres doesn't have anything else. It has
Yeah, but
counter.
Moltres also has a usable attack stat.
That is 84 versus
84.
100.
84 isn't very good.
84 versus 100. I guess you missed out the 2K on T-Tar then, right?
Yeah.
You want to rank Raichu?
Okay, wait a minute. Oh yeah, we gotta rank the Pikas.
The Pikas.
think,
They're probably D, but
I
like
think,
whatever.
yeah. I think,
I,
I don't think Pikachu can be C
I
and
think
Raichu can be D.
see,
It's like,
Raichu is not good. I mean, it is
yeah,
Encore.
the only thing it has is Encore and like speed.
Pikachu, on the other
Like
hand.
Pikachu, like Pikachu's kind of scary.
Pikachu can hit real hard.
Yeah, like it dies in one hit to like everything.
It takes
Like,
100% from Lax Double Edge.
but like
Uh,
it can stuff will actually protect against it, so you can make use of
yeah,
Encore.
stuff is actually scared of this. I wish Light Ball doubled your attack too, so you can use
Yeah,
HP
yeah,
buff.
it doesn't later gens.
Yeah, it's so sad. I feel like if it
And
doubled
like
attack, it'd actually like move up
and
quite a
like
bit.
Surf isn't even that bad on this thing too.
Yeah, it's like the only good Surf user. Like Surf, maybe HP Fire, Thunderbolt, or no, you probably need Protect.
Yeah, you need protect.
I feel like you just go
Maybe
T-Ball and
maybe
Fire.
maybe you don't always need Encore.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
dropping Encore is very valid.
yeah,
Dynamic Punch.
yeah. It's definitely scary in the it can definitely be scary in the late game. I think.
I feel like it's better than Scyther.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Is there anything like any of these guys do?
Um, let's see who else is there.
Who the fuck is Poliwrath?
Oh, Doug Trio.
Doug Trio?
Doug Trio is actually not terrible.
I don't even. Why Doug Trio?
It
Screech?
gets Screech.
Screech.
It's very fast.
It has no bulk and it has no attack. So,
Oh yeah, but like
like,
if you compare it, you can. I think honestly, I don't. I think Crobat Doug Trio could be like a lead.
what? It's gravel, I guess.
I think Crobat Doug Trio could be a lead.
Does that lose to Aerobat?
I mean,
Don't they just
I,
screech into EQ
I
and then
yeah,
dies?
yeah, they do kind of do just kill you. What would you use it with then?
I don't think it has any merit.
Okay,
Cause it
yeah,
has no bulk, it has no attack.
I guess maybe it's not even worth it. I did face it on a ladder once, and I actually kind of struggled against it, but I can't remember what team I was using.
It's like it is like the fastest ground type outright, right?
Yeah,
Like a wide
for sure.
Yeah. Nidoking's the next fastest.
And like it's not even it has like around the same attack as Nido Queen, so like
It's not
its
if it had 100
earthquakes.
attack, I feel like it'd be a lot better, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it's true.
By a
If it
lot
had a
better, I
100
mean
attack, it would actually be like
on the tier list.
it would actually be like pretty decent, honestly.
Definitely not pretty decent as no
I
bulk.
think that's like I think that's everyone that's like worth ranking. Maybe like Gyarados.
Doesn't this guy have like Leer?
Gyarados has Leer, yeah.
You won't believe what's
But it
gonna
is
you won't believe what we're gonna say. Leer
but it
flag
just
type.
dies. It just dies to
Thunderbolt.
any electric move. It's just like
But you're a
team
flying
tier.
type that threatens ground types. With your 60
I
special
mean,
attack.
do you really threaten them though?
Hydro Pump?
I mean, I guess so. I guess it's decent damage. You're like two-shotting them, I guess.
Probably up with Charizard.
Yeah.
It's like
Anything else worth
I don't think there's
ranking?
anything else.
I think Houndoom should be bottom of D tier. I think it's like the last viable thing.
Let me just take a look through
I think
Slow.
that's everyone.
Slowbro?
No, the slow guys are not it. They have the same speed as Snorlax, but except they don't do anything.
Yeah. Maybe. What about Lantern?
Oh, that's true. What about Lantern?
It's like water electric coverage is good.
Yeah, it beats other water types, I think.
It does beat other
But
water
it's weak
types.
to, it's weak to ground and it doesn't
It
have
has
enough special
Screech
attack to.
too.
Wait, Lantern has Screech? Wait, hold on. Hold on a minute. Hold on.
You can honestly do
This
some
thing could
attack
actually
shenanigans too.
this could actually be kind of good.
I'm not sure about kinda good, but I mean, maybe
It's like, I mean,
approaching good.
it's similar to Ampharos as like an electric type with Screech, right?
It has
Except
76
it's also a
defense.
water type. Yeah, okay, it's bad. Like, okay, okay. Honestly, you know what? You know what? I see you, Lantern.
Honestly, as like on a mod on rain.
Oh, on Rain, yeah. You know what? Yeah, I feel like if you want to use this thing, you want to use it on Rain.
Yeah, I feel like that. I'm
We haven't
considering it.
talked about Rain.
I'm considering it, so it should be C.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Rain a lot. I don't think it's that good.
I don't think rain is very good at all, but it's like,
It can definitely it can surprise some people, I think. But
yeah,
like,
I feel like lantern could be maybe all right. I don't know. Water electric coverage is really good to have dual stab on, and you have a good type. You're a water
yeah,
type that just walls other waters, and you don't lose to Zapdos.
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you
Well, I mean,
actually
Zapdos just kind of out damage you, but like,
I mean,
and you're still weak to Earthquake. I think
no, I didn't type in Zapdos. It don't actually take too much from T-Ball. 31 to 37.
yeah, but you don't do anything in return unless you do the really unless you use the really big like Hydro Pump Thunder stuff. It's like,
It does
yeah,
save a
that's
lot of
really not that
damage
much.
back.
Yeah,
I feel like that's enough to put it.
but you're using an 80. Yeah, okay. You know what?
G.
I guess I don't know about that high. I mean, we haven't even used it at all.
Yeah. I mean, I
It
haven't
just
used Kangaskhan,
it
Speargle, or Persian either.
yeah, I've used Smeargle to moderate sometimes being okay. So, you know what? I think that's a fair placement.
I
Okay,
think
what else? Is
there's one other mod,
there
Rapidash.
anything else? Oh, Rapidash.
It has
Yeah,
Growl,
it's
I believe.
base 105. It has Growl, and it has Hypnosis.
Was it only Growl? Was that the only thing it had? Okay, maybe I'm not gonna rank
Yeah,
this.
just Fire Blast, Growl, Hypnosis, Protect.
Yeah, that's definitely
No.
I think that's it.
That's it. Let's scroll up. Let's take a look. Do we want to move anything around?
I think that's it.
I think I think we've settled on it.
This is
This
a
is the
solid
current
pick.
state of GSC doubles meta.
This is GSC doubles. Overused.
I'm gonna I'm gonna put this on the forum.
Yeah, just
I
swap
think
this on
with
the
this,
forum. This is the best tier list.
yeah, with this exact ordering too, I think that's definitely.
This is a solid tier list. This is how many hours is this? 3.5.
I think that's fine.
That's
People are gonna be perfectly willing to sit through that
yeah.
for a
We're
metagame that
we're
for a
gonna.
metagame that doesn't exist and that
Hey, it's on
we're the
mod.
only ones who
Go
care
play it.
about.
Go play it on
Okay,
Showdown right now. If
play
you're
it on Showdown right now
if you're watching
before they
this, play it on Showdown right now.
yeah before they remove it.
It's like 2 more months. You got 2 months.
Yeah,
And hey, maybe it'll become a permanent ladder. Oh well.
it won't,
It will.
but it's okay.
It will have a tour in like a few weeks though. So
Yeah, it'll always be on Dragon Haven. We can give it tours.
petmodsdh.com.
It's fun. It's fun. It's very fun and very easy to get into.
Oh, I'm not clicking that.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
I guess we're. Yep. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.